Good morning, everybody. Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine. One of my Twitter followers actually turned me on to this version of it. It's a remix by Team Awesome Bass. You can find them on YouTube as Team Awesome Bass, Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade. Good morning, Jim Norton.
Hello, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm well rested from our Montreal trip.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm well rested, but I don't know if I'm any more tired than normal, so I feel pretty good.
Yeah. People are saying I got to take this phone call from Lady Di. Now, I'm hearing the groans out there in Radio Land.
Yes, and across from you.
But Sam is saying we definitely got to take this call. Did you talk about it on the pre-show? Supposedly there's something going on with her?
Yeah, no, I just talked about that there was something going on. I didn't say what it was.
And we should take this phone call.
Yeah, I talked to her this morning.
Because I've been blowing her off since the whole show exploded.
Yeah, I talked to her like for 20 minutes already this morning before we were even on the air. She's been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. But, yeah, no, there was a major incident in her life.
Yeah, Travis, we should take it too.
Really? Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's say hi to Lady Di. What's up, Lady Di?
Hi. How you doing today?
Good. How are you, Lady Di?
How was the Montreal trip and everything like that?
Great, thank you.
It was wonderful. We just covered the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, there is a little something major in my life, and I really don't want you to make fun of it, okay?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I'm very serious about this. Don't make fun of it.
All right, no problem.
All right.
Jeez,
my
what?
roommate passed away.
What?
My roommate passed away.
Bill?
Bill died, huh?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I kept on telling he kept on having stomach aches and stuff like that, and I kept on telling him, I'm gonna, let me take you to the hospital. Well, not let me take you, but let me get an ambulance to take you to the hospital.
Right.
Okay. And he refused to go. He refused to go to the hospital. He refused. All right. And finally Sunday, I said, listen. He ran to the bathroom, and that was the last time. I said, that's it. I called 911, and he never made it out of that hospital alive.
Wait, he went to the bathroom, he was vomiting?
Yes, he was vomiting. Yes, he was.
Was it blood? He was vomiting blood?
Blood, yes.
Yeah, it's just...
That's alcoholism, right?
Yeah.
No, he had an ulcer. And he had a pancreatic, something to do with his pancreas.
Oh.
All right?
When did this happen?
Well, this happened on Sunday, actually.
A couple days ago.
A couple of days ago. He just died yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Where are you now?
I'm still in the apartment.
You don't seem bummed out about this.
I am bummed out about it. Well, what do you think I'm going to do? Just, cry over the...
yeah, why would you? You got to pick up and move on.
I already did that.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're already moving on, are you?
You're making fun of me now. Now you're making fun
No,
of
we're
me.
not making fun of you, but I assume that Bill was pretty close to you. You guys were roommates for a while. You sort of had a love interest there for a long time. You've known this guy. You sort of had a love interest that kind of faded away, and he died, and you sound pretty damn chipper about it.
That?
No. I'm not chipper about it. All right. I cried enough. Okay.
You cried enough. He died yesterday.
Yeah, you got to pick up and move on, though. It's like, what are you going to grieve forever? You got to move on.
And move on.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm going to pick up and
you have to. I mean, you can't grieve forever, Di. I mean, like, you shed some tears and you live.
I know that.
You get that room cleared out and put some stuff in there.
How many hours did you give yourself to mourn?
Yeah.
What do you mean, how many hours did I give myself?
How many hours did you give yourself to mourn? Or let's put it in natty ices. How many natty ices did you mourn for?
I knew you were going to ask about the natty ice. Yeah.
This is fucking creepy.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's nothing creepy about this.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. You were really close to Bill. You were really close to Bill. He was your roommate.
Oh, wait a minute. All right. His wife has to get him out of that hospital.
She told me this morning.
He was still married.
Oh, he was married that whole time.
She told me this morning that Bill is...
Wait, hold on. They were separated for a very long time.
Yeah.
All right.
Were you the other woman?
You were the other woman in this relationship?
Who's his actual wife? If you're the other woman, was it a warthog?
Well, now you're making fun of me.
No, I'm just making fun of the wife. Not you. I wouldn't poke fun at you, dear.
No, we're not making fun of you because obviously you're in mourning.
Don't make fun of his wife. Don't make fun of his wife.
We could all hear the mourning coming from your voice today, so
Yeah.
we feel bad for you.
Yeah, get that furniture out of there. You gotta move on.
On the morning thing.
Yeah.
I asked her, so Bill is. Bill, hang on, Di, wait a second. I asked if Bill. I said, so Bill's still in the morgue, and she said, yeah, Bill's in the fridge.
That's right. Because I don't like to say that word, the M word, on the air.
The M word.
Manatee?
I can't.
Manatee's a good one.
I literally just ran through a lot of M words and came up with nothing.
Have you bilked his bank account yet?
What?
Have you grabbed that ATM card and
No.
taken a few? He's not going to need it. You might as well take a few from the ATM, no?
Listen to me. No, I'm not using his money in any way at all, okay?
All right. So the wife's got to get him out of the morgue when? Today?
Well, pretty soon, if you ask me, because the only thing I could tell you is, I mean, I don't want to get into detail about this, but the only thing I could tell you is that she is the only one that is next of kin that could take him out of the hospital. I can't do it because I'm not next of kin.
Yeah, we understand that. So what happens when they take him out?
Well, I guess if she wants to have a wake and a funeral for him, she can do that.
Do you know her?
Yeah, I know Patty.
Do you guys get along?
Yeah, we do.
How old was he?
What, Bill? He was 67.
67. So you do know this is your future if you don't stop drinking, right?
What is my future?
Death.
The same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard you gulp a beer. You're already drinking Natty Ices, right?
Yeah. Opie, please. This is not the time for talking about me right now.
All right, what else you want to say about Bill?
He was a very nice person. There were times that he would go in and out and, like love me, hate me, love me, hate me. I mean, it was always like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I'd say I can sense which part of that was shorter.
Which one, the love or the hate? No, I'm only kidding.
The love part.
Which one?
The love part.
Well, believe me, he loved me more than he did hate me. Because otherwise I still wouldn't have been around.
Stop talking so beautifully. Stop waxing. Nothing. I'm saying you're saying these beautiful things. You're waxing poetic.
It's an amazing eulogy that's going down.
Yeah, he loved me more than he hated me. I think he wanted me around. He's in the fridge.
He's in the fridge. You're gulping Natty Ices. Not a hint that you're sad about this.
Come on, guys, please.
You don't like to say morgue, right?
No, I don't like to say that, or I don't like to say a lot of things on the air.
Have you talked to Marion about this?
Yes, I have.
And what is she saying?
She knew about it when it first happened. Well, what do you think she's
Well, how did she know about it when it first happened?
Because I told her.
Of course you did. Are you going to continue living in this place?
Well, if I can, I will. Yeah.
Well, how's that going to work out?
This place is pretty cheap. This place is not expensive. It's pretty cheap.
But yeah, well, we're going to spread out now too.
Yeah, exactly. But,
yeah, well, I could go. Now I can go into the living room to the bedroom, right? Because.
Well, who was paying for this place? Bill? No.
Yeah, Bill was paying for this.
So how are you going to pay for this place?
I gotta get a job.
Oh, that
right, but
thing.
I'm not talking about me right now.
What exactly what was it technically he died of? What was it? Was it pancreatic? What pancreatic what?
Wait, hold on, Jimmy. Wait a minute, hold on. It was, he had a big stomach ulcer, which I did not know about. All right? Because he kept on complaining about stomach aches and everything like that, but he refused to go to the hospital.
How long was he complaining about stomach ache? How long was he complaining about? Huh?
A month. He was complaining a month about stomach aches.
And the stomach aches were pretty bad, obviously, huh?
Yeah, they were pretty bad. And then finally I just said, listen, you got to go to the hospital. You have to go. You got to go. I don't want to go. I'll be all right. I'm going to my doctor tomorrow. I'm getting an MRI. I'm getting a CAT scan or whatever you have to get. I'll be okay. And I said, Bill, listen to me. You have to go to the hospital.
Right.
You got to go. And then finally, the last straw was when he ran to the bathroom the other night, and he was throwing up and throwing up. I said, that's it. I called 911, and I made sure he went to the hospital, and he never made it out of there. He's still there, but he's not alive anymore.
Wow.
What did he say to you as the ambulance was taking him away?
Nothing.
Was he unconscious?
No, they walked him out. And I said, good luck, Bill. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Right.
You tell such a beautiful tale.
He just looked at me. He didn't say anything. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
No, I know.
He just looked at me, and he didn't say anything. He just walked out with the paramedics.
He walked out.
Yeah, he walked out. They walked him out.
So if you could, what do you wish you would have said to Bill, knowing that was if you would have known that was the last time you were going to see him? What would you like to have said to him?
Great question.
That was not the last time that I saw him.
When was?
The last time I saw him was actually the other day. The last time I saw him before he passed away. I went back up to the hospital, and he was in ICU.
Right.
And I said to him, I love you, Bill, and, you're going to make it out of here. I felt his head. He was warm. I mean, he still had a pulse and everything like that. And I squeezed his hand, and he just, opened up his eyes, and he looked at me, and then he closed his eyes again. And that was the last time I saw him.
Oh, my God.
So he heard you at least, but he didn't respond.
Right.
Right. He heard me, but he did not respond.
He probably just closed his eyes and just was like...
What the hell did he die of?
Saw the Grim Reaper and was like, all right, I'm on my way. Relax.
I just told you what he died of.
You're not a doctor. It could be I don't know what he officially died of.
Oh, he was bleeding internally. His stomach, he had a huge ulcer, and he had a problem with his pancreas, and he kept on bleeding and bleeding. And then when I called up the doctor yesterday, when I called up the doctor yesterday, okay, they told me that he just kept on, I called up and they said he's still, how should I say this? He's much worse than he was the other day. All right, let's put it this way. He went to the hospital Sunday. All right?
All right, hold on. I need help here. Robert in Birmingham, you're on with Lady Di. Go ahead.
Yeah, they will find that he died of what is called esophageal varices. It's when the lining down the esophagus and the stomach gets worn by the years of alcoholism, and the blood vessels are exposed to up near the surface, and then you fall, you collapse, and you bleed your entire blood volume out through your mouth.
Right.
That's a very common way that alcoholics die.
Is that an unpleasant death?
Right.
It ain't fun. I'm sure.
No. You may be right about that.
Lady Di, when you went in,
right about
my God, Lady Di, when you went into the bathroom, he was puking up blood, a lot of blood.
I didn't go to the bathroom. The paramedics did.
Did you go in the bathroom after the fact? Was there blood everywhere?
Yes, I cleaned it.
Okay, that answers my question.
All over the place.
So this guy might have nailed what he died of.
Call Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve will confirm.
Yeah, esophageal.
All right, let me go to John in Manhattan. John, go ahead. You're on with Lady Di.
Hi, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Very possible. Esophageal varices is very possible. The abdominal pain for a month, possibly a peptic ulcer that ruptured, and pancreatitis. And the esophageal varices, he pretty much drowns and aspirates to death. Wow. Whereas the peptic ulcer, it's excruciating. It's like getting shot in the gut and dealing with it for a month. And that's all 100% secondary, or at least aggravated, by alcoholism.
And what is a peptic ulcer?
The lining of the stomach pretty much gets a hole in it, and it starts to erode slowly.
Well, you know what?
And the lining of the stomach is really important because it's very volatile, lots of acid, lots of all kinds of craziness happening in there. And if everything's not in perfect balance, you get all gacked up and fucked up.
So,
that's medically speaking.
You never obviously checked Bill, but it's
Anthony. Love you.
It sounds absolutely. It sounds like this was because of alcoholism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lady Di, you hear that?
Yeah, well, he's been a drinker for a long time, for years and
And
years.
so have you. Will this wake you up?
Yeah, I know, but, you know.
Will this wake you up? A lot of people are asking, will this wake you up, Lady Di?
I don't know what's going to wake me up anymore.
Well, maybe you'll learn from watching your friend vomit his stomach out.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know what? It might wake me up. It might wake me up. Yeah,
no one's buying it.
But I don't know for sure, okay?
Right.
I don't know for sure, because if nothing woke me up, so far, this far, I'm still in
Let's say
mourning.
hi to Brody in Dallas. I don't want to listen to that crap, thanks.
Yeah, morning,
you
boys.
just lie a lot. Go ahead, Brody in Dallas.
Do we need to consider the fact that possibly, he died from living fucking hell with that fat piece of shit, and his body just fucking gave up?
Get the fuck off the phone, you idiot!
Whoa.
You fucking pig. You know what kind of bullshit you put him through?
Shut the fuck up! Get off the phone! Let me tap on the phone right now.
You're going to get evicted? You haven't got a damn job.
Whatever. I'm not going to get evicted. You don't know anything about my life, so just shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. You're a fan of the show. I'm glad. But get the fuck off.
All right, good for you, Lady Di. Good for you. Let's go to Ross.
Come on.
Let's go to Ross in Rockland County. Lady Di's not playing today. Go ahead, Ross.
Hey, Lady Di, I just want to know, are you more upset that Bill died, or more excited that you actually get to call the show with something useful and eventful in your life?
What are you talking about?
What?
This is not...
Well, you call the show with nothing all the time. I mean, you're just a waste. You make excuses for
Wow,
everything.
it says that, Ross.
You can't freaking get your life in order, and every time the boys try to help you, you just make excuses, you lie, and you just waste their time. I mean, it's great entertainment for us, but you're just a fucking idiot.
Wow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's not what it said on the line when I took the call there, Lady Di. I'm sorry about that. Let's go to Bob in Connecticut. Bob is very supportive as far as Lady Di goes. Go ahead, Bob.
Lady Di, Friday is the first of the month. Do you have the rent?
Yeah, I believe I'm pretty much covered for the rent. Yes, I am.
Where are you going to live when they kick you out, Lady Di? Because Bill was paying the rent.
I'm going to live in my truck.
You haven't had a job ever since we've known you, pretty much. You've been talking about maybe getting a job for about 10 years. Are you actually going to go and get a job?
Yes, I am going to go get a job. But wait. Hold on a minute. We're not talking about me right now. All right? We're not talking about me.
All right.
I'm talking about the whole situation with Bill.
How much is rent?
Right?
We loved Bill. Bill was hilarious on this show, man. When you would put him on the phone, we really liked the guy a lot.
How much is rent a month?
Well, he was a good guy.
Dear, how much is rent, dear?
$750.
$750. Let's say hi to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Yes.
Have you been listening?
Yes.
What do you think, sir?
Yeah, those assholes are those guys they absolutely nailed it. It's very unusual on this show, but well, there's
more than one doctor that listens to this show, Dr. Steve. I believe at least one or maybe both of those guys were doctors.
I think Dr. Steve gets a little jealous when he hears more medical.
No kidding.
No, they totally nailed it. It was
Hi, Dr. Steve.
Oh, look at her.
Hello, Diana.
As you can tell, she's in mourning over the loss of her roommate, Bill.
Absolutely.
It's very obvious to all.
What do you want me to do, freaking cry all the time?
Yeah, exactly. You got to move on.
Yeah, God forbid you cry over someone that was close to you that died puking up their own guts.
Yeah, it's been 30 hours. What's she supposed to do? Grieve all day? Di, you did what you had to do. You shed a few tears, get that furniture out of there, and take that room over.
It wasn't even 30 hours.
Everyone grieved.
He died yesterday. Huh?
Sam.
Yeah. Sam's not going to help you. Sam doesn't have a fucking soul.
That's not true.
That's true.
It's very true.
Sam is the soul of a gecko.
Sam doesn't have many emotions. What?
Gecko.
The fuck? What?
Anthony doing these days? How's he doing?
Well, that's
not as good as Bill.
How's he doing these days?
He's doing well, actually.
He's doing fine. He's very excited about his new thing, which starts next Monday.
Opie, you going to join the show one of these days?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. All right.
All right.
So, but it's not about me or Anthony. It's about your good friend Bill.
Yeah.
Who died puking his guts out he died yesterday officially. So, Dr. Steve, what could you add to this?
Oh, I don't have have anything to add. She's obviously in mourning. And,
well, what happened?
Okay, well, you drink and you drink and you drink, and then your liver starts to fail, and it's very difficult for the fluids to pump through the liver, and you get back pressure, and this back pressure causes varicose veins in the esophagus, just like varicose veins in your leg.
Are they good to have?
No, because they're very thin-walled and they bleed very easily, and once they start bleeding, you can't stop them.
What do you do once? Like, if he had gone to the hospital, what would they have done, or would it have been too late anyway?
Well, no, if he'd gone to the hospital and they discovered them, there are things that they can do. A good gastroenterologist can go down the esophagus with a fiber optic scope, and they can actually sclerose those veins with a chemical that will scar them down so that they don't bleed.
Oh my God, that sounds painful.
But the other thing,
does that give you a sore throat?
Pancreatitis at the same time, and acute pancreatitis can kill you.
Right.
The GI bleed may have stressed his body, but the acute pancreatitis may be the event that actually took him out.
And what's pancreatitis?
Well, it's an inflammation of the pancreas.
Right.
Exactly.
Which
You're right.
causes severe pain, but also can cause total body failure in the worst.
Hold on, Dr. Urbani wants to.
I'm sorry.
Wants to help with your diagnosis. Please.
No, Dr. Urbani. No. Wait a minute.
What? Why are you interrupting?
Well, she's agreeing with Dr. Steve. Please continue, Doctor.
I'm sorry. She's in mourning. I forgot for a second.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, Greg.
It's very obvious that she's in mourning. What are you going to add to this,
Dr.
Lady
Urbani,
Di?
please. The floor is yours.
All right, the floor is mine. All right, now, the pancreatitis thing, he had that for a long time. He was in the hospital already for that.
Right.
Pancreas.
Cool.
Dr. Steve.
He may have had a thing called chronic pancreatitis, which a lot of chronic alcoholics will get.
Dr. Steve, if you're a doctor, obviously, and the guy comes in, you say, hey, you got pancreatitis, right?
Right, and peptic ulcers and esophageal varices, yes.
Wouldn't you tell this person that they probably should stop drinking immediately?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And Bill just didn't want to stop drinking, Lady Di?
Yeah, all right, now, the hospital told him a long time ago that he should stop drinking. He stopped drinking for 2 years.
Yeah.
All right? He would sit there in the kitchen and just drink his coffee, whatever. But he did not drink at all.
All right. When did he start drinking again?
What did you do that got him started again?
Right.
He started again, I would say about a year ago. But now, all right, now, he would start, no, listen to me. He would start drinking at maybe about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Go ahead, Dr. Urbani. We apologize for the interruption.
Yes, go ahead.
Dr. Urbani, yeah, well, thank you for giving me my degree. Now, all right, but anyway, no, all kidding aside.
Sure.
Was Bill's ex-wife the last person you smoked crack with? That's a very good question coming in.
No.
Oh, okay.
Who was?
Stop with the crack thing already.
Yeah, exactly. Please.
All right. Well, now no one's going to stop you from smoking the crack, because I think Bill was watching you very closely. So I sure hope you don't start smoking crack again. All right, continue.
That ain't going to happen. All right. But anyway, like I said, he would start drinking his coffee in the morning, and then he would start popping a couple of beers open. That was his life right there. And I can't stop a grown man from doing anything.
That's true.
You didn't want to stop him from drinking because you wanted a drinking partner.
Yeah, but oh my goodness, I was never his drinking partner. If I popped open a beer at 6 o'clock in the morning, do you really think that he would let me pop open a beer?
Yes.
No. He would stop me from going to the fridge.
You guys were drinking together. How many times were you guys interrupting phone calls to this radio show because you're like, hey, Bill, get me another beer, or he would say, hey, Di, get me a beer.
Yeah. But
so that you were drinking partners. What are you talking about?
All right. Well, what time was that?
It was about 8 o'clock in the morning.
Your show, 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Right.
Both of us were up. Both of us were drinking. Okay, fine.
That would make you drinking partners, because most people don't drink at 8 in the morning. Most people are getting ready for work.
If he was putting the brakes on her,
are you guys ever
then now that he's gone, we are in for
in for what?
Hey, Diana. So you're saying that Bill stopped you from drinking as much as you wanted to?
Yeah. because I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, I'm going to pop open a beer." No, you're not.
So what's going to happen now?
Yeah, what's going to happen now? No one's. Well, she's already drinking. We've heard a few gulps during this phone call, but we're allowing that today because she is in mourning. What were you going to ask in there? You were interrupting with some nonsense. I heard you.
When are you going to do cribs again?
Well, we want to do people who now have more room in their old crib than they used to. Would you be interested in that?
Sure. No, I'm like it.
Bill died yesterday.
She's grieving. Please.
I know he died yesterday. What do you want me to do?
That should be the only thing we talk about today.
Besides, cribs wouldn't be the show. Pens. If we ever do pens, we'll be happy to come over.
Right.
Pigs live.
Yeah, you know, when I hang up with you guys, what do you think? I'm not going to cry?
Probably not.
Gonna cry.
Probably not.
Gonna run over to the fridge and grab yourself a brewski.
Do you have Bill's bank cards right now?
No.
No.
Did you do a wallet biopsy, as they call it on The Sopranos?
I have his wallet here.
What's in it?
I got his wallet right in front of me. Well, the Social Security card and stuff like that.
Right.
You know? Well, what do you want? What do you want me to do? I mean, I can't do anything with this.
Come on in, Joel. Joel McHale is in studio.
Diana, he didn't take his wallet to the hospital.
I'm back.
What's up, Joel?
We have a woman on the phone whose
roommate
just died.
She's a regular to the radio show, Joel. So you might have to, wait one more minute here.
How did the roommate die?
Of acute alcoholism.
Oh, well.
No.
I would say, Dr. Steve, did he die of acute alcoholism?
Internal.
Well, he died of complications from alcoholism. And the other thing that he may have had,
like a car accident?
And one of the other docs that called in earlier brought this up, was the peptic ulcer disease. He could have had a perforated ulcer. And that would also cause vomiting.
Joel's like, what did I walk into?
I love this.
Which is,
do you love this?
Bloody vomiting, which we call hematemesis, and could have resulted in his demise, because if you have a hole in your stomach, then bacteria and acid and stuff leaks out into your abdominal cavity.
This is
Dr.
just like
Urbani, please.
This is just like being on Kelly and Michael, right? This is just like it. Just keeping it fun and light for you, Joel.
What's happening in the news today? Oh, bloody vomiting.
Well, her roommate pretty much puked out all his blood.
How old was he?
67.
Yeah.
67.
And we're learning.
Hold on a second. They kept on giving him blood transfusions.
He drank so much that what was it in his esophagus again, Dr. Steve?
Esophageal varices. They're varicose veins of the esophagus.
Oh.
And so the veins go very close to the surface, and then they burst.
Hey, if they do scar them and they stop bleeding, how long do they stay stopped before your drinking fucks them up again?
That's a good question.
I've seen some people have the scarring procedure done multiple times. It can be months.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Steve. Dr. Urbani would like to participate in the diagnosis.
Listen to me.
Go right ahead.
When I went to the hospital.
Oh, God bless you.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. When he was, when the next day after he was admitted.
Who was?
When I went to the hospital, they kept on giving him compresses on his heart because his heart kept on stopping.
Whose did?
Well, the doctors that were in there.
No, whose heart?
On Bill's heart.
Oh, okay.
What hospital?
They kept on trying to revive him because he died technically, clinically, about maybe 3 or 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah. You sound broken up about it.
So, she's very distraught.
Yeah.
Extremely distraught about it.
How do you want me to say this? Crying like this?
No. Why would you?
Well, you have anything for Joel McHale before we move on?
Who's Joel McHale?
What?
I need a drink now. Oh my gosh.
Who's Joel McHale? Who is that?
Who's Joel McHale?
I have a show on Comedy Central called Tosh Point Out. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know Joel McHale?
No.
From The Soup?
I'm serious. I don't.
On E?
Didn't you see Deliver Us from Evil?
I really don't watch entertainment channels too much.
What's your favorite show on television?
My favorite channel is you're going to laugh when you hear this.
No.
My favorite channel is Antenna TV.
What's Antenna TV?
Is that just old shows?
It's kind of funny, Joel.
You would ask me that.
I was on Columbo for a while.
She knew you were going to ask that, by the way. She's pretty brilliant, this one.
Yeah. Well, she's grieving.
I'm a very brilliant person.
She loves the monkeys.
Do you really love the Monkees?
I do. Yeah, of course I do.
How about we end this with you singing a monkey song for Bill? I think Bill would appreciate it.
He would.
An obscure one.
Yeah, which one you want to sing today for Bill?
I want to be free.
All right, let's sing that.
Let's hear that.
Isn't that Queen?
No, you have to sing it.
Sing it.
I want to be free, like the bluebirds flying by me, like the waves out on the blue sea. If your love has to tie me, don't try me, say goodbye. I wanna be free. Don't say you love me, say you like me. But when I need you beside me, stay close enough to guide me, confide in me. Whoa, whoa. I wanna hold your hand, walk along the sand, laughing in the sun, always having fun, doing all those things without any strings to tie me down. I wanna be free. What else do you want me to sing?
Jesus. You're not done with this. Finish the song. How about that?
That was pretty emotional for her roommate Bill. All right, Lady Di.
I mean, what else can I tell you? I just don't know what else to say. Okay?
Well, you're obviously grief-stricken, so try to get back in touch when you've had some time to grieve.
Have you figured out who Joel McHale is yet?
No, who is that?
Dang it. First thing in the morning. I worked so hard.
You
I have no idea who he is.
I played Shaggy.
Oh, McHale. What is he, comedian? I don't know.
Gosh. It's horrible.
It really is sad.
She's grieving. That's it.
Yeah.
It's because she's grieving. She's not thinking straight, Joel. Everyone knows who you are.
Yes, Joel's a nice man. He was file trade partners with a man who was shot in Greenwich Village this weekend.
All right, Dr. Steve. We'll get back to you in a little while.
Okay. Well, I've got a worse way you can die from GI bleeding, but I guess we can do that.
Oh, well, no, let's hear it. Joel wants to hear this.
Yeah.
He really does.
Why don't you have her sing some Monkeys underneath it?
Yeah.
There's a thing called an aortoesophageal fistula, and what this is when you get an ulcer.
How excited are you about saying?
Oh, he loves this
You're
stuff.
aroused by it.
He loves this.
Okay, go ahead.
Or a tumor of the esophagus or an ulcer in the esophagus that eats through to the aorta. Now, the aorta is the large vessel that comes out of the heart, and it's under the highest pressure in the body. And when you eat through to the aorta and it finally, all of a sudden, breaks through, you will exsanguinate, which means lose all your blood in about 3 or 4 pumps out your mouth. And these people will open up their mouth, and blood will shoot out of their mouth across the room like...
And what causes that? What causes that?
Oh, God.
It's either a tumor or an ulcer in the esophagus.
So if you see, with now Ebola being back in the news, is that death one of the worst ways to go, or is on this
I think what he just described has to be the worst death ever.
It's the worst.
All your blood leaves you in 3... What did he say? 3 gulp?
3 or 4 pumps.
3 or 4 pumps, I mean. Wow.
Yeah, just pump across the room like The Exorcist.
Monkey song I've ever heard.
Wow. I never heard of that monkey song. Could you play the real version into break there, Iraq? When we go to break later?
What are you saying, Di? Go ahead, please, Di. Please, dear.
Why are you interrupting as he explains the worst death
you had
ever?
your time.
Because I saw it for myself. Do you really think I need a graphic thing about this?
Yeah, but you don't have to laugh about it.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you were. We just heard you. You were laughing loud, having fun over there.
We couldn't believe how insensitive.
All he was saying is there's a worse way to go, and he was explaining it. He was probably explaining the number one worst way to die.
Yes.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
Well, there will be pain as the esophagus is eating into the aorta, but the actual death is probably just more stunning because they just open their mouth and all of their blood comes shooting out of their mouth in a matter of about 5-10 seconds.
When you're feeling that discomfort in your esophagus, can you take a Zantac?
Yes, you can.
You can. And would that help with that?
Oh, no, it won't help.
Okay.
It won't help.
How much blood comes out of your mouth when the heart's pumping?
All of it, right?
Well, yeah, it's you'll pump out about half of it before the pressure drops to the point where. So if you have 7 liters of blood, then you would pump out about 3.5 liters.
Hey,
That's like zombie stuff, right?
How many people
it's
died like
rough.
that years
It's
ago
rough.
and they thought it was some kind of a demon? How many people probably just died of that natural thing?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, Lady Di.
What?
Well, I'm just saying goodbye.
what?
Oh, no. I'll hang on.
So what else?
Okay.
We're telling.
Okay.
We got to actually talk to Joel about real stuff.
Look,
You know Joel
I need to
McHale?
clearly tell people who I am for
Right.
the next 20 minutes.
You don't have one question for Joel McHale.
Ask me about Antenna
Yeah,
TV.
who are you?
Oh, I'm on Antenna TV.
What's your number one show?
On Antenna TV.
Yes, I am, lady.
What are some of the shows on Antenna TV?
Oh, Three's Company. Let me see. Three's Company and Good Times. Sanford and Son.
Oh, McHale's Navy, you would know him from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. No.
How about a show this millennium? Have you liked any shows this millennium? Anything?
The Jack Benny Show.
The Jack Benny Show.
All right, at least that's new.
That's from this millennium.
Yeah.
The Honeymooners, definitely.
Technically, she was right.
Yeah,
Dick
I
Van
love the
Dyke.
Honeymooners.
She's mourning. You can tell.
Yeah, you see grief stricken.
She's getting very excited about
Terrible.
talking about
I
old
love
TV
the
shows.
Honeymooners. Are you kidding me?
All right, but
I know
how-
you're built like one of them.
Well, no, Bill does usually. He never watched television with me. So.
All right, Dr. Steve. Anything
Except
else?
for the
No,
news and stuff.
no, I'm good.
All right, we might call you back on this one.
Okay, if you want to talk about Ebola later, that's fine.
Great.
Okay.
Call me back, okay?
Isn't
That's called a teaser.
I do have one question about Ebola. It doesn't spread that quickly, right?
It spreads so quickly that it kills.
But
it kills the people that that become exposed to it so quickly that it doesn't spread.
That's what I meant.
It's not airborne,
I
right?
didn't-
It is
That's
it's
right.
skin-on-skin contact.
It happens so fast that it makes it hard to spread among a
Exactly.
lot of people. That's what I meant to say.
I just can't
Our
believe that.
biggest nightmare would be a slow to kill airborne Ebola. But that is such a big giant virus that I think that's very unlikely to happen.
Why does that happen if it's a big virus?
Jimmy,
What just happened to me?
you sound like you have it.
Yeah, why won't it happen if it's a big virus?
I mean, it's well, I don't know.
It would have to
But, I mean,
mutate for it
it's
to
bigger
be-
than the others, so you'd think that it would be harder to transmit via droplets. There may be virology.
How do you get Ebola?
Radio right now.
Someone has Ebola. How do you get it?
Direct contact.
All right.
Who's touching people with Ebola?
You
Yeah.
coming? That's. I'm sorry.
Who's touching
I
people
only-
with
I
the
only-
Ebola virus?
Well, family members and villagers and stuff. And if somebody
then-
dies, you pick them up and you throw them, to go bury them or burn them on a
Lady
funeral.
Di,
Twirly.
who are you saying hi to?
A cat.
Squirrel.
What?
The squirrel. He's outside.
Oh,
Yeah. He's knocking on the window and he's saying, "Can I come in?
I know who I wish she was saying hi to.
Let's have some coffee." But they allowed that guy.
I want to hear, "Hi, Bill. I'm on my way."
They allowed a guy fly who had it.
Right.
He got into an international airport and went to another country.
That's amazing.
That if any contact with anybody,
They would have had it too,
they
right?
would get it. It's great.
Yeah.
Nice country.
What is the squirrel doing, Lady Di?
He's waiting for me to give him something to eat. Hold on a second, okay?
You don't think he's maybe waiting for you to say goodbye or anything?
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think we're
Give me a
done,
phone
Dr.
cord.
Steve.
Okay.
We only have Joel for a few minutes, I hear, because you're doing
It's a lot of.
You're doing a lot of
hits,
things
as they
today.
say.
A lot
Yes.
of different things today. All right, Lady Di.
Yeah.
No.
She's feeding the squirrel.
What
She'll
do
be
you-
fine. I'll leave her
Yeah.
right there. How are you doing, Joel?
Well, how are you guys? What's been going on?
No, nothing.
No, not
Same old stuff.
Okay.
You know.
Hold, okay?
What?
What?
I said I'm going to be here on hold,
Oh, great.
right?
All right, cool.
All right.
So,
We're doing all right.
nothing new.
Nothing new.
No, not at all. Just big empty seat.
This might be all changing very soon.
Oh, the part that says Sirius XM?
No.
Yeah, maybe that part. Who knows? Or maybe switch out that name. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Oh.
We're just trying to
Did I
figure
have
it out.
anything to do with it?
Yeah, you kind of did.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? You're promoting.
Energy tablet?
Right.
Yeah.
It's called Baraka.
It's called Baraka.
As in Barack Obama?
Yes, he invented it.
He did, huh?
But it's for Democrats and Republicans alike.
Oh, perfect.
And Tea Party.
Are you really? I think you're promoting Community Season 5.
They don't want me to say that. No, that is coming out, too. It just came out, obviously, because it's right in front of you.
And the show is saved.
The show is saved.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yes, it's going to be on Yahoo now.
That is
I thought
Wow.
That
happened last week, I believe.
A few weeks ago, literally 3 hours before the contracts were picked up.
Wow.
Yahoo bought it, and they're going to use it to launch this thing called Yahoo Screen, which is going to be like their Netflix. And
more people will see it on Yahoo probably than on NBC because it's just online. People will watch it on their phones who normally wouldn't have seen it.
As Dan Harmon said at Comic-Con, he's just like, well, now everyone's going to watch the show the exact same way that they watch it. So
that's exciting.
And now we get to curse and a lot of nudity.
Are you happy, though?
Very happy.
You wanted to continue?
I wanted, because we wanted that. The whole thing was like 6 seasons in a movie, and we wanted to finish it and or keep it going. And we wanted to do a movie, so it's working out, thank God.
That's exciting.
And and everyone's pay has tripled.
Really?
No. Now we're online.
Did your money drop?
I'm getting paid in gift certificates now, which
your money
is
went
great.
down?
No, it did not. Everything stayed the same.
Oh, that's good.
Good for you.
Yeah. So we're very
Did the fans save the show?
They had. Well, I would say that Sony, because they own it,
right?
And there was a number of offers for it to be picked up, but Yahoo's was apparently by far the most lucrative. And
So, if there was that much interest in the show, what was NBC's problem? Why couldn't they move it around and find a better slot if that was the case, or something? Do something different.
That's a good question. They didn't own the show. They had, because Sony owned part of it.
Right.
We were always up against, we did well while we were there for what we were up against, which was the most popular show on television in The Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And we always got, our asses kicked by it, but we did better than anything else there.
Right.
So I kind of thought, well, we provide a service, as we are in this Vietnam-like time slot, but that apparently wasn't the case.
Oh.
I really did think we were coming back after, and we had a really strong finale, but it wasn't. But the other folks saw. Obviously Yahoo saw.
Right? Yeah, you guys are better off.
Yeah, Yahoo. It's amazing. I thought they were dead like AOL, but I guess they're not.
No,
Yahoo's doing really well.
Tens of billions of dollars. Yeah, they got
Yahoo's.
They got 40 billion. Yeah, man.
Yes.
The squirrel.
Yes. Are you from the Big Bang Theory?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I play. I'm the tall guy. Yeah. My name is Jim Parsons. I go by Joel McHale when I'm promoting energy tablets. Have you tried Baraka, ma'am?
No. Wait a minute. No.
I got to be honest with you, Joel. Baraka sounds like a great energy thing, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be buying it because of you as the spokesperson.
That's called,
But she doesn't need an energy drink or pill because she smokes crack. It's true.
Not smoke crack.
Well, she hasn't smoked crack in a little bit.
You use a vaporizer?
But now that Bill's gone, I feel like she might go and smoke crack today.
Don't smoke crack. Try Baraka.
Yeah, why don't you try Baraka?
This will not.
How am I supposed to smoke crack?
What?
She has no money.
I'll send you some, not crack.
How about we'll send you some.
We'll send you a bushel of this stuff, and you can do that. It'll be much better for you. Do you have a busy woman?
The only thing it's going to wind up is in the garbage.
She's been telling us she's going to get.
How dare you?
She's been telling us she's going to get a job for the last 10 years.
I'll give you a job.
Family Dollar, I think, is where she's thinking that she might.
But you got who's paying for your phone?
Well, Bill. That's the problem.
Oh,
the guy that died.
Don't worry about who's paying for me right now.
Well, do you have
That's not the main concern. The main concern is I have to somehow get him out of that hospital. That's the main concern.
Why doesn't his ex-wife go get him?
Huh?
Why are we stuck pretending like this?
Go get him.
You already told us that the ex-wife or the current wife that he wasn't with has to get him out of the hospital. He's in the freezer right now.
Oh my word!
She doesn't want to say morgue. She'll say freezer.
Yeah, he's going bye-bye in the box.
This guy Bill, by the way, Joel, was really funny on this radio show. They used to call in together. That's why this is a big deal. They loved Bill. He was hilarious.
Yeah, he was.
Lady Di, not so much.
When was the last time you talked to him?
A couple weeks ago.
Wait a minute.
No, of course.
The only thing he would not do is get out of this house and come over to the studio with me. That's the only thing he would not.
All right, but do you have a question for Joel McHale, the star of Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Which one were you?
I'm the guy with the glasses.
You're the guy with the glasses?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
Well, do you have a question?
It was great talking to you.
Well, that was the question. I didn't know which one he was from the Big Bang Theory.
It's understandable.
Which is your favorite season?
You're grieving. You're cleaning out that room. Go right ahead.
Feeding squirrels.
I mean, you're obviously heartbroken.
Right. Don't
you're calling a radio show and
Baraka.
feeding small animals, singing monkey songs.
All right, so what is Baraka there, Joel? Just ignore her for a while, please.
It's a supplement.
Yeah.
It's a tablet that dissolves in water.
What does it do?
It provides mental sharpness.
Is it like ginkgo or no?
It's got guarana.
I don't know what that is.
What's guarana?
It's natural caffeine.
Is it really?
I just figured, because it's multivitamins and caffeine, so I thought, well, I do both of those each day, so I can feel good about getting behind
How do you
this.
get natural caffeine? What is it in a plant or something?
Yeah, they have to basically level a forest to get a pound of it. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
But
and it's in Baraka?
It's a much better than this manufactured caffeine that everyone's drinking.
But that's in Baraka?
Yeah, guarana, yeah.
Guarana.
No, it does not level a forest.
I like the line.
It's just they have to kill a lot of bald eagles to get it. It's weird. It's terrible.
Yeah. But they have to kill them slowly.
Right, and the other thing is they use blue whales to get the multivitamins, which they don't have.
You probably know this already, but you're a good actor because I saw the commercials for Baraka, and at first I didn't realize it was you.
Oh, good.
I swear I didn't realize at first.
Yeah.
And you've been on this show a million times, and I went, is that Joel McHale?
Why is that guy annoying me so much?
He's got the long hair in it, and
yeah. As we were writing the ads, my friends they wrote the the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and we just make it as insane as possible.
And they are insane.
And to get people's attention.
Lady Di,
what's happened?
What?
I don't know. Somebody just fell down or something. I don't know.
Bill.
What do you mean?
No.
Somebody fell down?
What?
I just heard a big bang over here.
Well, it's the Big Bang Theory.
I have been on that show.
Right.
I believe you.
My name is Jim Galecki.
Right now, somebody outside the apartment. Hold on a second.
Probably the movers.
I get it.
Throw your shit out.
Yeah, the movers. Yeah, good. Thank you, Jimmy.
Or they might have dropped Bill off at the fucking
whatever.
stoop.
Let them move me first before they move me. Before they move everything.
Where do you live? Where does she live?
Shit town, New Jersey.
Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Where I live.
Yeah.
We've tried to help her, by the way, Joel. I mean, we're not, that heartless. We've tried for many years to help her, and now we just fucking go with it, whatever. We try to get her help. We try to get her in rehab. We try to push her toward a job. We gave her an internship here for a week or two, whatever it was. Huh?
You did.
So what was wrong with the internship?
Oh, there was nothing wrong with it, except I was sick as a dog.
Who wants to take this one?
What?
She stripped naked in front of Ugly Betty.
America Ferrara.
Really?
Amanda or America?
Because she was our intern for a week. And she spent most of the time puking. Joel wants to know how your internship went.
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay.
So, can I explain to Joel?
Was that actually her?
She's grieving.
No.
I'll give you the final word, but can I at least tell Joel what happened?
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Di.
After her first day, she was banned from using any bathrooms here at Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Because she pukes a lot because of her alcoholism. And
So she was going through withdrawal, or that she was drinking at work?
We think so. We're not sure. She says it was a virus, to be fair. But she doesn't like puking in toilets, we learned. She only pukes in sinks.
She eats out of them.
Yeah.
Which is
because it's unsanitary to puke in a toilet.
Right. So the problem being it's a community bathroom. So there's a lot of people going in and out.
No.
And then she also was shitting a lot. And we learned that she likes to shit completely naked with the stall door open.
I get it.
In a community bathroom. So that was going on where she was completely naked as Ugly Betty was here.
I'm trying to eat. I can't eat with a heart on.
So Ugly Betty was in the ladies' room as she's completely naked getting ready to shit. With the stall door open.
There's another moment in the bathroom where you wanted to see if there were any stains on her panties. So instead of taking them off in a stall, she took them off in the area between the sink and the stalls, where everybody
Yes, I
walks
remember
publicly
that,
because
yeah.
there was much
And
more
I do
room there.
apologize about that.
See, I don't have the talent of Joel McHale, so what I have to do is, look at, study her panties. I got to study the panties of an alcoholic.
How did she take it?
She asked if there was a crazy homeless woman in the bathroom.
Yeah, Ugly Betty was not pleased.
I can't imagine.
So then she spent most of her internship having to be walked out of this building so she could continue her puking and shitting.
But still, 50% better than most your interns, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
She gave us great radio, Joel, to be honest with you.
Minute.
She was hilarious.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, of course, I gave you great. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yes.
I gave you great radio that week. All right, and I did the best I could. Are you there?
Nope. No. You said hold on, and then we began to listen to you.
Because that's what people usually do.
Right.
Not you, though. Not you.
Yeah. I came home every day, and I was really happy to be on the radio show. And, I mean, the fact that you guys actually gave me some money, which was really nice, which was really good.
What does this have to do with Baraka?
Right. What does this have to do with
the energy supplement?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, it creates a beverage, Joel?
Yes.
What do you mean? There's some flavor to it?
Yeah,
or?
you dissolve it in...
like water?
Yeah, it's like citrus and mixed berry.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
it flavors up the water a little bit with some energy and some supplements.
Yeah.
Baraka, Berocca.
Did you bring any?
Wait.
We brought...
I want to try it.
Do we have it here?
Do you actually feel energized?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Because it has the caffeine?
It's caffeine and vitamins and B vitamins. So,
All right, I'm going to try it, and by 9 o'clock I'll say if it's working or not. You'll be long gone, but...
It might cause you to vomit into a sink. For reasons unrelated. The Baraka people just
really,
freaked out. They're just like, what did he say?
All right.
I'm listening.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I was really sick that week. I was really
do you want to come back?
losing it.
Do you want to come back?
I want to come back. Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, Opie just gave me the signal.
Every day we kind of have someone sitting in, for Anthony. Even though this is not really the Opie and Anthony show anymore. I don't know what this is anymore.
This is, it's like the Day of the Dead, where you have a seat for
whoever
the ancestors.
So maybe if you behave yourself, maybe we'll let you come in for one day.
Yeah.
All right.
No puking in the sink and getting naked while you're shitting.
No, that ain't
Especially if
maybe once.
Especially if Ugly Betty comes back.
Hey.
God.
Oh my God.
How come you do this thing where when you talk, then you go, hello, who's there?
Right.
And then you expect us to interrupt you, but then if we don't, then you start, anytime we're talking, you think that we're not letting you talk.
Let me see this product. Oh, wow, they're big tablets, Joel.
Yeah. They're huge in Australia and South Africa.
They're like those help me out.
Pills.
Those candies. They make them in
Cialis?
They make them in Boston.
Starts with an N.
Smarties.
Neckos.
Yes, Neckos.
Oh, that wasn't what I was going to say.
Yeah, but Neckos don't do this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
I can't get the big pill
You got
in
to
my
break
water
it in
bottle.
half.
You sure? How many do I take?
Just take one.
Take one? All right.
I mean, you could do the whole sleeve, but then you'd be able to run a
That's cool
triathlete.
packaging, though.
See?
And the women, you know what they could do with this. You know they do that,
Yeah,
right?
earrings, right?
You know, what are you laughing at, Sam? They've talked about that forever.
They could store...
That women, will take electric toothbrushes and other things that look kind of like, small penises, and they'll use them.
I just want to
You'll
the
sell a lot
Baraka
more.
people outside.
Oh, sorry, Baraka.
Studio.
Sorry, Baraka.
Why? That's why they made it that shape.
Jumping up and down.
But do they
it's
understand?
Like Sigourney Weaver in Aliens just pounding against the glass.
But I'm getting the word out. There are women out there. They will buy it, when no one's looking. And they'll try the supplement, but they might, do a little something extra.
Did you take your vitamins this morning yet?
Yeah.
I'm going to try this. Yeah.
I already took my vitamins.
All right, it was nice talking to you.
good.
Yeah, we're going to let you go.
Take care.
Thank you, Lady Di.
Be well. Sorry to hear about Bill.
No.
All right.
No.
She'll call back. David in Baltimore, we got Joel McHale in studio.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, Joel?
Good. How are you, David?
Been watching you for a long time.
On the Big Bang Theory?
Can you congratulate him on the community thing? I think that's great that they're going to Yahoo.
Very exciting.
Because that's a show that should continue. It's really, really well written and clever and funny.
Thank you.
We need more shows like that on TV. We don't need the Big Bang Theory. That's a show, Joel, by the way, now that you're not with NBC. I always hated. I never got the Big Bang Theory.
Well, Big Bang Theory is CBS.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is a.
They would be competing with it if it was on ABC.
Right. Sorry.
It'd be a really awkward schedule.
See, I don't know anything about it. I didn't even know what network it was on. I hate the fucking show. Anyway, go ahead, David.
Well, now we're on.
I saved myself a little bit there.
What's it about? Like a bunch of nerds, but they're really good-looking people, but they're supposed to be nerdy?
What, the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
They're smart guys that live together, and there's that very hot blonde woman.
Yeah, but they love the laugh track. You've seen the clips online where they take out the laugh track and you go, oh my God, there's nothing funny.
They're more powerful than Microsoft. Do you know that?
I know they are, but I think
they're the Halliburton of.
I don't get it. Anyway, go ahead, David.
Yeah, I wanted Joel to tell you guys a little bit about that gay shows thing that they have. It's like a Canadian or Japanese show. It's something really.
Oh, Gayusa, which is a show. It's called Gay USA, which is out of New York here.
Right.
But we call it Gayusa, which we then say it's a Japanese show that only talks about gays in USA.
Right.
And it's a very low rent news for gays in New York, basically. And then they go, and now in AIDS news, and then we have our own AIDS news now, which is unrelated to anything. But that's the show, and we make fun of it as much as we can.
It's a real show?
It's a real show called Gay USA.
Gay USA.
And then we just call it Gayusa.
Gayusa.
Which sounds like a Japanese mom.
Sure, yeah.
What's great about it, though, is that they give banter right back. They're like, oh, Joel McHale mentions us on the soup again.
It's so low. They're like, wow, I can't believe we got mentioned on the soup.
They should be excited. Joel's turning a lot more people onto Gay USA.
We also have a whole segment called Gay Shows,
right, which
covers anything from RuPaul's Drag Race, and then we have like Gay Shows Canadian edition. So we just have they're.
How is RuPaul's Drag Race? Is it a good show?
It's incredible. It really is a good. It is a good show.
Is it a good show?
But they will do stuff like. They'll create a little poster with a face on it, cut the mouth out, and then line them up, and all the guys will put their mouths against it, and then RuPaul will put a cake pop into each one, and then decide which is the best. And best does the best job. And I'm just like, thank God for television.
Absolutely.
That this is. And he's come on the show, and he's been terrific.
Are you kidding about that or serious?
Dead serious.
Oh, I think it was kidding.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's on normal afternoon broadcast television. And our joke was something like, hey guys, bad news, the network says we can't use instead of using the thing we wanted, we're going to have to use cake pops. So yeah, it's great.
Joel has to go.
What did you think?
Real quick, Joel, I'll punch out, but good job on the White House correspondence.
Thanks, man.
Oh, absolutely. Joel was in here after the fact, and it was great. He did an amazing job.
I wasn't nervous at all for that. Totally normal day.
I think he'd be nervous.
Well, I was a little.
The one thing I felt so bad about was the fact that you got sick right afterwards, and
it was terrible.
You couldn't even really enjoy what you just went through.
No, and everyone,
the whole family got sick.
We all got sick, and every time I tell people that, I'd be like, I got sick afterwards. They're like, of course you did. You know, it was a big letdown. I was like, no. We were ill. We were for real sick.
You think that had anything to do with like stress? Knocking your body down a little bit, just worrying about this thing?
No.
That's a gig I gotta think you were really worried about.
I was definitely
stressing about.
I usually become euphoric after, like, oh, now I can, relax.
Breathe.
No, my kid began vomiting right before he met the president. So unless he was having some contact nerves, then...
Do you think it's possible that your kid got Barack Obama sick?
Well, we didn't see any evidence of his sickness.
Right.
So,
but I wonder, like, we have to look at his schedule the days after you left Washington to see if he kind of wasn't around for a few days.
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
I mean, he didn't. I don't think he touched him.
Right.
He did touch my younger son. I said he walked right. Because my 9-year-old can be shy, and I said you walk right up to him and say, you shake his hand. I think I told you this, right?
Yeah.
And the president said, so you're Edward? And my kid just goes, no, I'm Eddie. And he just corrected the president.
I love that.
It made me
do you have that on video?
We do.
Oh, good for you.
I have a photo of it. It's still, I can't believe it.
Let's make the Baraka people very happy. I tried it in my water. It's really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm doing the orange one, and it's not too sweet. Just gives you
there's zero sugar in it.
Yeah, it just gives you just a bit of a tangy taste for your water, and it's supplements.
Yeah, it's vitamins, and as I said, forest destroying caffeine. No, guarana and regular caffeine.
And don't forget about the packaging.
The packaging is great, especially for ladies, according to Opie.
Yes.
Especially for ladies.
And if, you can always take 2 or 3 of them and tape them together if need be.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
If you desire a bigger one.
I mean width, not length.
Joel,
but you guys are doing
trust us on this. Trust us on this. It's going to sell a lot more product.
Absolutely.
When the word gets out to the ladies, they could use this for something else. They're going to have to embrace that. They're going to have to embrace this.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them that this is what they need to put on the packaging.
Absolutely.
I might,
ladies, hint, hint.
I might try. I might do this every morning for a while. Yeah, physical energy, mental sharpness.
They are having a celebration out there, so they'll send you bushels of it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
They'll have a dispenser. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, we're doing all right there, Joel.
Is that all right?
Just try to figure shit out.
It was shocking when it all went down.
It sure was.
What happened?
Oh, we've already moved on.
But those are, you should put those headphones are like that's history now.
No one has touched them in 3 weeks. They're just in this exact same position.
Yeah. It's like when your teenager dies, like when you go to someone's house, their kid died in 1988, and the room is the exact same. That's how we are with this. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, so we got to get Joel out of here for other interviews. All right, Joel. Where do they go for Barocca? BEROCCA.
Barocca.com. It's made by Bayer, so go to Bayer.com.
Oh, so this is going to be everywhere then.
Yeah, they've got the money.
Oh, good for them.
They've done okay.
All right, and congratulations on the community. I know that meant a lot to you. So.
It did. And then now with Dan unencumbered, it's going to be...
I know Chevy Chase for a while, which is nice.
It's been a couple years.
Is he coming back on?
Not legally. But no, I don't.
He hosted a gala in Montreal.
Did he really?
I think it was this year.
How'd it go?
I heard he was kind of twatty. I didn't.
You mean at the
festival? They have these celebrities host galas. They're not comics, but they'll go on and talk a little bit. Someone said he mailed it in, but I didn't see it. And I heard he was.
Has he ever been in here?
No.
I almost met him once. I was on a TV show with him. I tell the story every time, and we were getting our makeup at the same time. So I figured,
this is the chance.
Yeah, we're on the same TV show.
Yeah.
So I turned and introduced myself, and he proceeded to make believe I'd never said a word. He didn't even look. He didn't even look, and then I had to kind of awkwardly just stare at myself in that mirror and go, wow, you're a piece of shit. Thank you, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
So, I have my own story. He's a
Someday I'll come, and I'll be here for the whole
what is he, fucking Asperger's? Like, what are you doing? You just said to everybody.
I just said hi. I wasn't asking for anything. I wasn't asking him a question, nothing.
Yeah, he just didn't want to be on the show.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Well, then what the hell does he want to do if he doesn't want to be on a show like that? That's a good show to be on.
Yeah, I thought.
If you're funny and clever and looking for something a little different.
Yeah.
What does he want? One of these mundane sitcoms like The Big Bang Theory?
How dare you?
He's a funny actor, man. He's a funny comic actor, but he's one of those self-destructive guys that just, no matter what's happening, he wants to fuck it up.
Yeah, I don't think he's the happiest guy around.
I've been drinking this the whole time.
You have been.
I really do like it.
The Barocca people should be very happy.
All right, let's get him out of here. Joel
right,
McHale, it's Barocca, and you'll come back and see us soon, right, Joel?
Yes, probably in 2 weeks.
The guys will be right back. Sirius XM. Sirius 206, XM 103. The guys are back.
One of my favorite people as far as doing radio with, because I don't know, we still haven't hung out socially there, Penn.
We haven't. I don't know why that's never happened. We should.
I kind of would like to do that one of these days.
We'll make that happen. I'm coming in to do. I guess I can't talk about it yet, but I'm doing an arc on a television show that shoots in New York City. So I'll be coming in more often.
You're doing The Apprentice again? I read your book.
I don't get enough of losing. I live to lose. I'm just here to lose.
They still got your ice cream in the stores.
They do. That was the odd thing. Walgreens, how would we say, kind of, sort of, ish, wanted me to win that. It's kind of an understatement.
And you don't get a taste of that?
I do get a taste of that. They put it out, and the thing that'll make you happiest is now when you buy the carton, it does not mention Celebrity Apprentice anywhere.
So how'd you get that away from Donald Trump?
Because I didn't win. So it ends up actually being a better deal for Walgreens than for me.
It's always better if you don't win the show.
Always better. Always better to
Think
not
about
win.
all the people that have won these reality shows over the years.
You always want
the second guy always does better.
Now with the Olympics, the second guy has the most depression. But on reality shows, there's all sorts of studies that coming in second in the Olympics is like the worst position to be in.
Worse than third.
Well, much worse. Much worse. Third, you're happy to be on the stand. You know? Fourth, you gave it a good try. First, you're the fucking shit.
Right.
But man, second, you're just a dick.
Second means you lost by 1/100th of a second.
It means that everybody's thinking, you just tried a little harder, man.
Yeah.
And the silver just doesn't look as good as the gold.
He just didn't, he went out there and gave it
Right.
almost his all.
Yeah, you know, like if you're in third, you're like, well, there's two guys I had to jump over. But if you're second, it's just that one man.
No, but if you're third, you're lucky to get there. All your friends are going, man, you look great there. You were standing up there. You look so cool.
Yeah.
It was great. They're all over you. They're all sucking your dicks. And when you're first, it's like, wow. And then second place, it's like, man.
Second place, you're just depressed.
Opie, the last 10 yards of that run, why didn't you saw he was a little ahead of you.
Right.
Why don't you just lean into it,
a
man?
little extra.
What were you doing?
I guess you don't have it.
Holding it back? What were you doing?
I guess Opie doesn't have it.
But on a reality show, turns out it's not that bad.
Hey, are they the same height when they win? Like when you win the first, second, and third in the Olympics, you have the one guy is second and third the same height?
Same height.
That's why.
Second and third.
There you go.
I think there was a time it wasn't the same height, by the way. I would have to look back.
You're an Olympic historian, aren't you?
I like the Olympics.
I've written 2 books on them, and I've always avoided the podium talk at the end or whatever they stand on, so I have no idea.
And then I immediately hate all those sports after the Olympics are over.
Yeah.
You got to.
I've never really watched the Olympics.
They never stop losing. They're still losing somewhere. They
still curl.
They do all that. They're doing it somewhere right now.
Isn't that only for the Olympics, though? Like, you can't enjoy that.
I have a friend who does curling.
Curling.
And curling is one of those drinking sports.
Yeah.
You go every Sunday with your friends.
Like bowling.
Yeah. And
but no one is like using actual skills. They're just throwing the stone, is it called? Right? The stone as hard as they can down the ice. And just hoping for the best at the end.
I think now's the time to make your move. Okay. I think you need to do another show on Sirius called 3 Guys Who Knew Nothing About Curling talking about curling.
I love watching it, though.
And the broom and shit, you know?
Just so it can move, what, a millimeter or something? Ridiculous.
See? But that's the problem. That's why you came in second at the Olympics. Just so a millimeter is... Well, he happened to win by a millimeter.
That's right.
But why do you...
See? He deserves second.
Absolutely second, third in my book.
But I can't let you off the hook yet. Why are you allowing Donald Trump to pull you in again?
I was joking. I'm not really doing it.
No, you are.
No, I'm not.
You sure?
I'm positive, yeah. No.
He's kidding.
So you're doing another show with an arc?
This is a show that is a scripted television show. I will tell you the second the mics go off, but I believe contractually I can't mention it to my first appearance. So.
I missed the kidding part.
He didn't say it, but I kind of assumed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm not gonna fake it. I really believe Donald Trump pulled you in again.
No.
I was gonna have an intervention for you.
He could,
right?
I mean, doing prime time. You know what? I was just telling you out in the hall. What I do for a living is sell tickets to my show. Mm-hmm. And we had, and forgive me, I mean, this is an embarrassing thing to say, but I believed that people that did not come to our show in Vegas were not coming to our show because they did not want to see it.
Right.
Not because they hadn't heard of us. We did Celebrity Apprentice, and I would have people, because we meet everybody after the show, I would have people coming to me and going, never heard of you guys till I saw Celebrity Apprentice. Didn't know you did magic.
It's impossible. You've been around since I was in high school.
Yes, we've been around 40 years. We've been doing this longer than you've been alive. We've been going forever. But
how is it possible there are people still out there that don't know who Penn and Teller are?
And we were having people after Celebrity Apprentice.
Right.
I would walk through. We'd play like the other casinos besides Vegas, like on the road. And so you have to walk through the casino to get your hotel room. I'd be walking back through, and guys would say, and these are guys 35, 40 years old, would go, "Hey, Penn, I have no idea what you do, but I'm coming to your show tonight."
Come on.
Yeah, and saying after the show, "Whoa, you do magic. That's great." Okay. So, yes, Celebrity Apprentice opened up a whole new audience who seemed to like us.
So you could walk around Vegas and people before Celebrity Apprentice didn't know who you were at times?
I guess so. You can, you can't tell who's recognizing you and who's being polite and who, how they exactly do that. I mean, I know I get recognized much less with my children than I do when I'm alone, for instance.
Now, I want to go see your show so badly, but, I don't know if I'm going to be in Vegas anytime soon. Are you guys going to can you hit the road with this at all and maybe go to New York or something? And do you have plans for that?
We have plans. Actually, we're making plans this afternoon to maybe come and do another Broadway run in 15,
really?
Which is certainly not allowed to be announced, and I just have. But we can't do some tricks in New York City.
Why?
We can't do the bullet catch. We can't do the finale because we tried everything. We tried the straightforward route and the bribe route to get. We used real guns and real ammo.
Right.
And getting that into New York on a stage show is
impossible.
We found it impossible.
But the bullet doesn't really,
The bullet does not really kill us, Opie. You're on board with it.
You're good. He's good.
But
the bullet's not really flying.
It is.
Come on, stop.
It is a trick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can't you sit
real bullets, real guns, but no bullet flying?
Is it the idea of the live ammo, regardless of what happens, is just the idea of having the live ammo that they won't allow? So no matter how you do the trick, it doesn't matter.
They said to us, which was just show us that the guns are not operational and not real, and we'll let you do it. We said, well, but they are operational and real. And they have to be, because you have the audience members examine them, and we have military people examine them.
It's an amazing trick, but illusion. Sorry.
Trick is the better word.
Yeah.
Some of you guys get mad when we say trick.
You guys, don't put me in that category, you guys.
You're right.
No, illusion.
Some of your, whatever. Contemporaries.
Illusion is a term of art.
Right.
That really means something that is a visual optical illusion, like a mirror thing or something. Mm-hmm. It does not cover most of what we do. If you broke down our show carefully, we do one trick, maybe two that you could call illusions, and the rest are tricks, and we're proud of that. Swindles, rip-offs, lies. That's what we do.
Yes. So answer what you feel like answering, but do you actually need the bullet in the gun to do that?
We do it the way we're doing it.
Oh, yeah, because right.
Because the audience members are handling it.
Yeah, I got you.
But I will also add, and this is something I feel very strongly about, I will not say to anybody that we're doing anything dangerous. We are not. We have so many levels of checks that we would not do it. I have 2 children and a wife, and I also love my life. I'm not going to. I think it's morally wrong to do things that are dangerous on stage. It insults the audience, first of all, and it makes them complicit in something that is immoral.
Do you remember?
So we do stuff that's safe.
Do you remember the old school guy that did that?
There were a bunch of them.
Wasn't there a guy that actually did allow the gun to be fired?
No, yes. There have been 12 magicians and 2 carnies who have died.
Oh, wow.
Died on stage doing the bullet catch. And that's why...
How did they used to do the bullet catch?
There's a lot of methods. There's one method that,
the old school way.
There's a lot of old school ways.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'll tell you one of the old school ways that's so heartbreaking, okay? One of the problems is you can't use an automatic weapon because it's not a trick because you can't see it. So we use a revolver. But a lot of guys would use a muzzle loader. Back when it was done, it is an American trick, the bullet catch, and was also first done catching in a hand by Native American magicians, which you didn't even know there were Native American magicians.
No idea.
But there were.
Okay.
It used to be built into that form of entertainment. There's one guy, I've forgotten his name, and he had a method for doing it where he would use a muzzle loader, right? So he'd pour in the powder with an audience member, and then he would take the ball that was signed, it was going to be the projectile, and he would put it into the barrel. And then this really kind of cool thing, he would tamp it. Instead of using a tamper, he would use his wand, right? Which is a pretty cool thing to do. Take out his magic wand. He would tamp it down. Now, the way he was doing it, really ballsy method that I bet was really a fooler, is he would have a little piece of magician's wax, which is wax, on the end of his wand. And he would tamp it with one end of the wand a couple times. Then he would kind of turn it around in a subtle way that you wouldn't notice. He would then tamp down. The ball would stick onto the wax. He would pull it out, flip it again, so he's holding the ball right in his little finger, but still holding the wand, and then tamp a few more times. We'd tamp the next couple of times. He would come out and make it very clear there was nothing on the wand. So that's really, really deceptive. That's a good trick. And also really safe, because you've got the ball in your finger.
Right.
You're feeling it in your finger. You cannot get shot.
Oh, boy, so how did this go wrong?
Safe. Oh, this is what's heartbreaking. The ivory tip of his wand came off when he tamped it the last time. Now he's feeling the ball in his finger, and he's holding the wand up. He's not looking at the wand. He knows there's nothing to see there, and the ivory tip is gone. He goes on, hands the gun to the audience member, goes over, stands, loads his bullet, from his little finger. He's all set to do the punchline, and the guy shoots him in the head with the tip of his wand. He's killed with the tip of his wand.
Oh, wow. I see. Okay, so the wand fell in.
It fires the tip of the ivory wand into his face.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Chung Ling Soo on stage, I think it was the London Palladium in the 1920s, Chung Ling Soo had a trick gun. So, there's in magic, there's the effect and the method. And the effect is what it looks like, and the method is how you do it.
Right.
And there are a lot of effects that are done by many different methods. So the effect that we do with the bullet catch is the bullet catch, but the method we do is strictly Penn and Teller that very, very few people know. So Chung Ling Soo, who besides the name Chung Ling Soo was actually a Scottish magician, because it was very popular at that time to have an Asian theme. His name was David Bamberger, and he put on yellow makeup. He was from and he spoke in fake Chinese all the time, but he was actually a Scottish magician, Chung Ling Soo, and he had a double-barreled gun the audience wasn't aware of, and he loaded his the bullet at the bottom chamber, and one night a piece of his gun broke off, and the powder seeped into the other end, and he was shot in the face and killed. And what I think is so interesting about this, and I've never found an answer to this, but he's on stage at, I think it was the London Palladium, might have been another theater. So you're talking about 1,600 seats. So the police officer comes in, and he says to the guy on stage, it's an audience member, so let me get this straight. You signed the bullet, you loaded the gun, guy went across the stage, you pointed in his face, pulled the trigger, 1,600 people saw you, the guy's dead, is that right? Yes, officer. Okay, you can go. If we have any other questions, I mean, what is the legal ramifications of that?
Yeah.
You shot the guy in the face.
Right.
I mean, you didn't mean to, but you did load the gun and sign it.
Right.
So, and then when he died, Chung Ling Soo, Houdini, who was very, let's say, savvy about the press. The second Chung Ling Soo died, dancing on his barely warm grave, which is proper to talk about in this room, I think. Yeah. When Chung Ling Soo had just died, Harry Houdini announced that Harry Houdini, would do the bullet catch in honor of Chung Ling Soo.
Oh, cool.
Which he had never done. He would do it at a charity thing. And then there was a letter written by the then president of the Society of American Magicians. Incidentally, David Copperfield has this letter. It's really cool. And it's the letter from the Society of American Magicians to Houdini that says, "Dear Harry, the bullet catch is just too damn hard. It's too damn dangerous. We've lost 3 magicians in this century." This is like, 1918. We've lost 3 magicians in this century already. You're the most important magician in the world. We can't afford to lose you. Please, Harry, do not do the bullet catch. Sincerely, the Society of American Magicians. And Houdini backed down. It's the only trick he ever announced and didn't do. He was afraid to do it and backed down. Wow. So when we announced we were going to do the bullet catch, and I also will say in full disclosure, we set this up because we thought it was funny. But the president of the Society of American Magicians wrote us a letter that said, "Dear Penn and Teller, you've announced you're going to do the bullet catch. Where you are in the Society of American Magicians and how much we love you and care about you, we would like to say, go for it." So we got that letter, which,
that's nice.
which also went to Copperfield to put next to that in his collection.
Do you own anything by Houdini? Like, Copperfield collects the most amazing stuff.
Copperfield, if you ever get a chance, if David ever invites you to go through his warehouse.
We had him on the show recently. He's strange.
Yeah.
We liked him a lot, though.
But he's
a bit strange.
He's very, very eccentric.
Yeah.
And a wonderful, wonderful guy.
He seems like he's got a good heart.
And the thing that you're going to love about it is when you were, whatever you were, 12, 13 years old, and you would sit around with your friends and say, if I ever get a lot of money, I'm going to, and whatever you filled in there, David did.
That's what he did.
And he's the only one. He bought a fucking island. He owns Citizen Kane and Raiders of the Lost Ark and all these props from that. He loves magic, and you go through there, and it's just amazing stuff, and it's perfectly curated. I mean, that's the thing. You go through here, some guys collect stuff, and you go to their house, it's like a pile of shit. He has like 4 guys working, and it's just perfect the way you want to see it.
And it's not open to the public, right?
It is not open to the public, so it's just
that's what makes him so strange.
Invite only.
He's pretty liberal, but this is the thing. I don't want to come off as some sort of elitist bastard.
Right.
But if you open that to the public, it couldn't be like that.
Gotcha.
It could be something wonderful, and maybe he should do it, but it wouldn't be something that I would talk about the rest of my life. The fact that you get to the Houdini stuff is not behind glass and away from you. Have you ever touched the Houdini straitjacket? Have you ever put the handcuffs on? Well, David can go ahead.
How cool would that be, Jimmy?
And for those of you, I mean, the thing that I went crazy over, which you guys would go crazy over too, he has the original George.
Oh, yeah. That's so footage,
Otto and George.
That's how we finally got him on the show.
Yeah.
He was so depressed about Otto's passing. He called and talked about Otto, and we saw the video of him showing Otto that he has George. It was.
Well, I said to David, and I was not kidding.
Yeah.
I was not kidding at all. And I cannot convince David that I'm serious. I said, David, nobody loved Otto more than you. No one knows his material more than you. You are a trained ventriloquist. David started out as a ventriloquist. I said, please do, just for the friends and people who loved him, do a one-man tribute to Otto and George. Pull out the George puppet and do one of the acts. Do a 20-minute set. I said, you can do the ventriloquism. You know all the jokes. And David just laughed and said, oh, yeah, that would be great. And I go, yes, it would be great. And you should do it.
Yeah.
Really, really do it. Just on stage at the theater, and just invite, don't make it a press thing. Don't even let people record it. But just for the people that loved Otto and that you also know, 100 people, whatever, special. I mean, you guys would fly to Vegas for that.
Oh, God, in a second.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
And get that all. And he is.
Where's he at with it?
I can't get him
to do it.
I can't get him to. No, I can't get him to understand that I'm not kidding.
Right.
He just goes, it's like you with Celebrity Apprentice. He goes, He goes, yeah. That would be great, man. Wouldn't that be great? And I go, no, it would be great, David. Do it. Yeah. And I said, whatever you need me to do, I will set up the venue. I will get the people there. I will pay for the food afterwards. Whatever you need done, I'll do it. You don't need to memorize it, David. You already know it. You don't need to learn ventriloquism. You can already do it. You've got the fucking dummy.
Let's call him. We'll call him tomorrow or something and say, hey, man, we had Penn on, and where are you at with this?
What was the coolest? Sorry, what was the coolest thing he had that you liked?
Well, I
the
loved
Houdini straitjacket, I would imagine.
Well, all that stuff is great, but I loved, there was a guy that did an act that I can't imagine what the act was like, but there was a guy who came out, and his entire act was people in the audience would name a piece of paper, and he would pull it out of his pocket. So you would say, orchestra tickets to whatever show was playing in town. Reach in his pocket, pull them out, show them to the front row. Dry cleaning for a suit from this particular dry cleaner. Reach into his pocket and pull that out. Copy of a will. Pull that out. He had all this shit with him. And he had a jacket. And the way he did the act, and this is what kills me, the way he did the act was he didn't seem to have a system. If someone busted him, if someone mentioned something in the act that he didn't have, he'd go out and get it the next day and put it wherever he could in the jacket, and just remember that.
Well, okay, he had to have plans.
No. He was doing stuff. You alibi it, of course, when someone says tickets to a certain show.
Right.
You say, I got tickets to the show next door or something like that.
Right.
But, I mean, if you think about doing that act, you have tickets to every show that's playing, every concert that's coming up. Well, no, this guy toured. This guy was a vaudeville performer who did that. And David has the jacket.
So he would study the patterns of the audience.
Yeah. And he'd come back every 2 years. Well, think of all the places you play. You know the places you play. You know the name of the clubs and stuff like that. And you would know what your audience would ask for if you said, name a piece of paper.
But if the audience knew the guy, they would make sure they thought of something ridiculously obscure. So how does he get around that?
Except it's not all fans. You got people that are seeing it for the first time. And
no plants for real?
I don't think there were plants. It's too expensive to do. You can't afford plants.
Right.
That's the thing on a TV show, everybody are plants, or as they call them, friendlies.
Right.
Everybody there.
Friendly.
And as I've said before, you can make instant plants like this. I mean, it's amazing in the age of reality TV. We did this on our show Off the Deep End. We took people just random on the street. And I just said to them, I'm going to pretend to do a trick that I want you to scream and applaud, and then afterwards you're going to ask how it was and then say it was great. And every single person did it.
Sure.
There wasn't one person we found that went, you want me to say you were floating in the air when you weren't? Mm-hmm. Not one person even said that.
Right.
Even asked once. They just went and did it. And they were saying stuff like, swear to God, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And we had done nothing. So that's really easy. But in a live show, you got to just do the arithmetic. If you've got an audience of 500 people, how many plants can you really have in there? How many people are you going to put on the payroll? And also, being a plant is really, really hard. My trick for spotting plants is watch how they go up the stairs. If you're at a magic show and they call a person in the audience, don't look at who they're with, don't look at any of that, they've covered that. Look at how they go up the stairs. At the Penn and Teller show, you call somebody and say, you, sir, you want to go up on stage, check the guns? The guy will come to the stairs, and he will go up them two at a time. You go up them two at a time, just not even looking down at his feet, and walk right over to me and start talking. If he were a plant, he goes up to the stairs and acts like he's never seen stairs before. Because the guy does not want to tip that he's been up those stairs every fucking night for the past 6 months. So he goes up and pretends he's never seen stairs. So I watch it on our show, and I'll just say, I just can't believe that a person jogs down the aisle and takes 3 steps at a time, bounds up on stage and stands next to me. And I go, well, of course he does. He's seen stairs before.
Yeah.
It's not like,
that's funny.
What are these things your culture has? Stairs.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I take one step up and then another. And when we would go to see, and I won't mention names, it's not important, but I guess they're dead now, but we go to see the old timers. You'd have a couple plants in the audience. Tell it I would sit there, and we'd know the trick was coming up, and we'd say, watch the guy hit the stairs. And he'd go, oh, me?
Stairs.
It's me? Okay. And you walk up to the stairs and go, okay. Very nice to meet you, sir.
That's great.
I've never seen stairs in my life.
They're trying to look shy or hesitant, and that's the place they do it.
Have you ever thought of writing a book on the history of magic and some of these people none of us have heard of before?
Well, it would be, Ricky Jay has done a wonderful job of doing that.
There is a good book out there.
Yeah, Fireproof Women and Learned Pigs, I think it's called. Learned Pigs and Fireproof Women.
Okay.
Where he talks, Ricky Jay, who's the expert on this.
Right.
The reason I haven't written a book is there's someone so much better. And Ricky knows everything.
Right.
And Ricky's the one that wrote about the guy with all the pieces of paper. And David has the suit.
How many pockets are in that, by the way?
It's endless. It's endless pockets. You know, guys. You guys know Eddie Gordetsky, don't you?
No.
Eddie G. Okay. Well, there's record collectors and there's record collectors. Now, most vinyl record collectors who have like 20,000 records, they're like nuts for alphabetizing within genre and alphabetizing within genre and within year. They've got it all laid out perfectly. Eddie Gordetsky, who writes on 2.5 Men, he writes on this show Mom, he's the creator of, he's a genius. He has like 40,000 records.
Wow.
And what killed me about him is you go over to Eddie's house and go, do you have that Lightning Hopkins thing? And he goes, oh yeah. And he walks over and just pulls it out. And you go, Is that alpha? Because I don't alphabetize anything. I just remember where I put them last time.
Come on.
And you go, that's just amazing.
Crazy.
Guys do that. So guys that have record collections that don't have them laid out, that remember where it is. And the human mind can handle that.
Right.
So this guy just had, he had pockets. And the problem with that is David said that he negotiated to buy it from the estate. He wanted to get the coat. And he paid whatever he paid for it and made the deal. And the person that sold it to him pulled everything out of the pockets, had it dry cleaned.
Oh,
and
my
God. Why would you do out of the pockets? And David said, I really wanted the things in the exact pockets they were in the lesson.
Dry clean?
Oh, my God.
But it's just all these pockets and stuff. I was thrilled with seeing that. And, you see the Rosebud, the sled from Citizen Kane.
Wow.
David has that. David has, the helicopter from, Live and Let Die. He has amazing stuff. It's this beautiful warehouse, and it's set out beautifully. And the great thing is, he's not a rich asshole pointing to things. He knows every single thing there. Plus, and I mean, this is the obvious thing to mention, but pretty interesting. He has all the Copperfield stuff, which I mean, I guess that's not amazing in terms of acquiring, but every single special he did, every piece of wardrobe, every single trick laid out for everything he done, which, by the way, Penn and Teller don't have.
Why?
For our own stuff. Because you threw shit away.
Oh, Jesus.
He has things laid out just beautifully. There's people that come to us with Penn and Teller things, like they've got a brochure or a program we wrote back in the 80s, and we'll look at it, and I'll show it to Teller. They'll take JPEGs of it, send it to us, and Teller will go, I never saw that before. And I'll go, me neither. And I go, well, obviously I wrote it. Obviously you laid it out. Obviously we paid for it in the paper, and we've just forgotten it.
Do you have any collections? Or you seem like a guy you don't really care too much about.
I have a lot of trouble caring about my own stuff. Right. Our parents, our moms and dads, all four of them are dead now, but their scrapbooks were phenomenal. Right. My parents had, everything, and so did Teller's parents, and they actually, they were elderly. And it was really a hobby with them. I mean, what a wonderful hobby, collecting your son's stuff. But they would also, Irene would call Val. Val was my mom. Irene was Teller's mom, and say, did you get the TV guide of when they were on last Saturday Night Live? Because I don't have that TV guide. Could you pick one up if you have? They'd buy stuff for each other and send it back and forth. So, and the poor Paperboy. The Paperboy, if we were on Letterman the night before, the Paperboy had to come in on his route and watch that take. Had to watch that hit. My parents would say, listen, Johnny, did you see Penn and Teller on Letterman last night? No, Mr. and Mrs. Gillette. I'm 12. I go to bed at 10. Well, you should come in here and see this. He'd sit in the living room, and they'd show him the Letterman shot.
Proud parents.
Yeah, well, sure, why not?
My dad would do that to me. I was in Buffalo radio. No one knew who the fuck I was, and he'd come to visit me, and he would have to stop strangers on the street. Do you know who he is? I'm like, Dad, no one knows who I am. I'm just starting out.
And there's nothing.
But the pride in him.
There's nothing better.
I loved it, to be honest with you. I wish I embraced it more at the time, because I was like
we all do.
I was a dick. Like, Dad, come on, you're embarrassing me. But now, now he's gone, and
we all wish the exact same thing.
But no one knew me. Are you kidding me? And I was exclusively on radio. Like, they didn't know. Or whatever.
So, wait a minute, I'm obsessed. Did they throw out the shit that was in his pockets, or did they give it to him just not in the pocket?
He has the shit, but not in the pocket.
So he doesn't know where they all... And I'm obsessed with the fact that he's going to get stumped. So how does he get around that?
I imagine he has jokes, right? He has jokes. I mean, all you got to do is picture Jim going out to these exact same clubs, and instead of doing your act is you're going to have shtickler on every piece of paper someone can name. Right. And you've got a joke on every possible thing they can name, and you have 10 jokes for when you're stumped, You know, you have 20 jokes to go over that because it all comes down to entertainment. It all comes down to stand-up. He's doing a stand-up act. He just has a coat.
And there's probably a way, even when you're stumped, to get them from where you're stumped into something you have. Right. There's got to be a joke way to get you there.
If you can't do that, you've got another joke about not being able to do that. Right. You know, we don't have any recordings of the guys.
What do you think his average had to be to totally pull off this this trick?
I used to, in Ricky J's book, there's a number of items he has on him, but it's tens of thousands.
But I mean, if, let's say he picks, how many people did he pick during one show?
I don't know. A lot of this stuff is not known.
Gotcha.
But it's a 12-minute vaudeville act.
12 minutes. So
which I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm subtly lobbying for Jim to do this act. I mean, the stand-up's going well for you, but you could move into that. It'd be wonderful.
This could probably do a lot better than the stand-up is going, to be honest with you. I'm due for a change.
You could talk to David. You can say, can we go to the museum? Let me just go through this stuff I'm thinking of starting. And you can start out with 2 Springsteen tickets and build from there every time you're stumped.
I really want to see that jacket now, though. That's very interesting.
Yeah, there's great stuff.
We're going to knock on Copperfield's door next time we're in L.A.
Yeah. Well, he'll show you through.
I think so.
It's
L.A. or Vegas?
It's Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, right.
And it's right over from our warehouse. And all you need to know about Penn and Teller and David Copperfield is the 2 warehouses. David Copperfield has 18-wheelers with his picture on the side that say the magic of David Copperfield. We have an old beat-up 18-wheeler that says road shows. Because he bought it from someplace that just says road shows.
Never slapped a new...
Never slapped a new thing on it.
New coat of paint on it?
His thing says, I think it's his real name, like his father's, it's an exact copy of his father's tailor shop back where he grew up, you know. It just says this beautiful, like, Cotkin's tail. This whole thing's set up. Ours just says the last name of, like, the trucking company that happened to be in there. We never changed it, you know. You walk into our thing, it's just like a folding desk set up, and we have kind of a conference room where we kind of sort of meet. It is the most half-assed, bullshit, jive-ass place, and Copperfield's is beautiful. And they're in, like, the same area in Vegas, you know. Right. But if someone said to you, you want to go to the Penn and Teller shop or the Copperfield shop, you would go, what, Penn and Teller have a place here? What is this?
That's why I love you. Seriously, that's why I love you. Did you guys always get along? You and Copperfield?
Oh, we've gone through we've gone through feuds that were real and feuds that were fake. We've gone through angry phone calls in the middle of the night. We've gone through...
Why?
Wonderful.
Can you give us one?
What's a real feud about?
Yeah, a real feud or one of the angry calls.
I said, I would say something on a radio show like this, maybe even on this radio show, I don't really remember, where I would say something that he felt crossed a line and gave away a little bit of a trick.
Oh.
And he would say, listen, man, we know what the rules are, man. Do not do that. You do not make fun of this thing or that thing. You do not make, you don't make sex jokes about this. He was going out with
Claudia Schiffer.
Claudia. He really didn't want jokes made about Claudia.
Right.
And I really respected that. And then someone would get going on a roll here, and I'd put in one thing, and he would call up and go, hey, yeah. But he would call me up, and I remember one of the greatest conversations ever. David called me up, and David said, Penn, I told you just now for the next little while, because you've been hitting hard, to just lay back and just not say my name. And you said to me on the phone, I will not even mention your name. I will not do that. Let's just cool out. There's no reason to do this. This is fine. And then he said, you gave me your word. You made a promise. Then 3 days later, during an interview, you came right out of the gate making a joke. And I said, David, the only way I can win this argument is to be on your side. I said, you are completely right. He said, it's like crack to you. He said, it's like talking to an alcoholic who says, yeah, now I'm clean. I won't do this anymore. And he says, 3 days later, you just do it. And I got off the phone, and I said to my wife, I said, that was David yelling at me for something I said. And she said, oh, man, why didn't he leave you alone? He's such a dick. I said, he's completely right.
Right.
And I told her, and she said, you promised him, and then 3 days later, you went and did exactly what you promised you would do? And I said, yes. And she went, you're such a fucking dick. I said, yeah, I know. But you get tied into, you're rolling and...
Well, I could kind of relate. Me and Anthony over the years, with program directors, it's like a drug. Like, they'll sit us down and, like, don't do this. And we would, I remember I would promise.
And you meant it.
I meant it.
And you were not fucking with them.
I'm so glad there's someone else out there like this.
You absolutely, honestly meant it.
I thought I was alone in this. I know I got issues, but I thought I was alone on this one. I would go, Dave, it was Dave Douglas mostly in Boston. Yeah. Dave, I promise you, we had fun with that, and I see your point, and I will not do it.
And he's
Anthony will not do it.
And he's 100% right.
He completely believes me, and I feel like I'm really telling the truth.
Of course you are.
Not 5 minutes later. We would walk down the hall and start our show with it. That's an illness, right?
Yeah.
No, this is how I am with cheating.
Really?
Yes. I mean it when I say I'll be good, I love you, and then the first chance I get, I'm fucking knee-deep in it.
And then he would come marching down from his office, wait for us to go to break, because he was never brave enough to come on our show and confront us. And he'd be waiting outside that door, and he goes, I thought we talked about this. And then I would play my role again and meant to, like, oh, yeah, but I thought if we...
I didn't even have the I thought.
Wow. But the I thought was kind of like bullshitting, I guess, a bit.
It was just...
And then I was back to like, no, okay, now I understand. Now I think we're good.
There were times that I did have some sort of wiggle room, like I said. And, David has always, from the beginning, treated us well. Always treated us well, always been right about everything.
You start before him?
No. I mean, he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
And he got famous much, much quicker than me. I mean, 10 years faster than me, 15 years faster
Really?
than me. Yeah, he was well known when he was 20.
Wow.
His first TV specials, he was 20.
He was only 20 back then.
Oh yeah. He was
when we first.
Yeah, he was a superstar in the 70s, and he's now 56 years old. I mean, he was a superstar.
He's not even that old yet.
Yeah,
considering another guy I've known my entire life, it feels like.
Yeah, he was incredibly successful. And then we hit the scene making Copperfield jokes.
Right.
And he would be very, very gracious and cool. And then I would, cross a line that was very understandable.
Right.
And he'd go, come on, cut it out. What are you doing? And then I did this thing that it is so perfectly Penn and Teller. But it's a dick thing to do. He decided that it would be funny to have a feud, right? And he said to me, well, I'll say something and you say something. We'll go back and forth in the press and do the Daily News and Stern and stuff. We'll have a lot of fun attacking each other. It'll be like professional wrestling. And I said, sure. So I said, this is what I'm going to say in the press. And David said, what should I say back? And I said, well, okay, well, you say...
Shouldn't he come up with that part?
Sure, he could, but he just, we're brainstorming.
All right, you're working together.
It's no big deal.
Gotcha.
So I said to him, well, first of all, when you hear the quotation, you just say right out. Now, let me get this straight. Which one said that? Was it the dummy or the blowhard? Just say that, and you're fine.
Right.
And I said, you don't even comment on what we said. So we did that, went back and forth a couple times, and then I go on Stern, right? And Stern says, did you see what Copperfield said in the press today about you? And I said, yeah, I wrote it. And Stern says, you haven't seen the newspaper yet. I said, no, but here's what it says. And,
word for word, you had it.
Yeah. And Copperfield calls me and goes, that wasn't part of the, that wasn't what you were. What? Yeah,
I got the same problem. I really do. You know when like a kid has a rare disease and you're finally fine? I'm so happy today. I'm so happy.
And it's not a secret.
And I can't help it.
Your career absolutely shows that.
Right.
Every single thing.
I can't help it, but I mean it when I say it.
Oh, I know. And that's the part when you're watching someone else do it. Right. I mean, that's why saying alcoholic, I think, is the right thing. When you're watching someone else do it, you can't believe that at that moment they believe it. I mean, if people listening, when you say about your transgressions, they certainly believe, well, Opie was just jacking off the manager. He had no intention of doing that.
No.
They see you as some sort of hero, as some sort of, the sexier, more interesting thing to do is go, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to jack them around, tell them I'm cool, I'm going to come back in and boom, I'll hit it hard right away. And that's never the way it is. I guarantee you, in every case of someone doing this, it's exactly someone who feels like
and this doesn't feel real ever, just talking into a microphone to me. I feel like it's okay because it's like a microphone and you can say
but also after a while you got to put the not just on you but on the person who's believing you. It's like with an alcohol, the codependent has to take some sort of responsibility after the 30th time.
All you're just saying is fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice.
Yeah, fool me 30 times, I'm an asshole.
But David and I, over the years, I've somehow working together in couples therapy, he's pulled me in line. And I believe, and I'm going through my head now, is there anything in this particular hunk, which would be great, if I get a phone call from David going, you were on Opie, man. What are you?
Please let me know.
But anyway, all this said, we need to have him do the Otto and George show. Because no one loved Otto and George more than David.
We called him right when it happened. And the next day, he was bummed, man.
And I loved and respected Otto tremendously. I mean, there's really few better acts in show business. And my regard for him was through the roof, and David has me beat. And you had him on a zillion times, right?
Yeah, we did. The frustration was that I felt like he should have been way bigger than he was.
Well, yeah. He should have been a superstar, And even in the ultra dirty ring, he should have been a superstar. I mean, even if he didn't make mainstream,
because there was cleverness to it.
Oh yeah, and also, but not just cleverness, but such a incredibly important, deep idea about the demons that live inside us. I mean, ventriloquism always has that built in. It always has that schizophrenia thing built in. But the way he would explore his own demons with that dummy, which I know is called the figure, but I'm calling it a dummy, was just.
You'd be uncomfortable as an audience member, like, oh my God, is he really going there?
That was my favorite thing when his inner monologue would fly out. Like, I forget what he was doing one time, but he did something, and George looked at him and said, "Sweat, you Danish junkie," and that made me laugh so fun. What a great thing for a person to say to themselves.
I saw him once when he said to George, this is a standard part of his act. He said to George, if you didn't do jokes like that, we would be able to work more. And the dummy turned to him and said, the reason we don't work more is you sold your answering machine for crack. It was just
I want to change gears because it has to be said. Your take on Anthony was pretty smart. Really smart, actually.
Well, everybody here loves him and understands. I don't know every philosophy. Like you said, I've never hung out with you socially, nor have I hung out with Anthony. I probably know his sister better because she stopped in after the show. But we have this. You can do something wrong, and it doesn't mean you're a bad person forever. And I didn't want to, I'm not going to defend anything he said or anything he did, and he doesn't need me to, but I'm not willing to just write him off as a person. And I also know that human beings are programmed that when there is an altercation, you get upset. It's hard to pull it back. I know that, we did a thing on 3-Card Monty, saying that it was a scam. And we did a public service announcements in the 80s with Run DMC, did these public service announcements saying don't play 3-Card Monty.
That 3-Card Monty was very believable, though.
Very believable.
As a kid coming in from Long Island, I'm like, wow, I know where that fucking card is.
And we explained it.
Yeah.
And
because people were really losing a lot of
their money.
We
explained it just saying, we're Penn and Teller, we do magic. this is the cheat. Here's how it works. Just don't play it. You can't possibly win. And I'm walking home in Times Square, because I love New York. Walking home in Times Square, saw midnight movie. It's about 3 a.m. I'm walking back. I used to live on 36th, and I'm walking through there, and a bunch of guys come up, and they say to me, you did those public service announcements on 3 Card Monte. And I said, yeah. I don't know where it's going, right? You get, and they go, why don't you mind your own fucking business? And then they spit right in my face.
Wow.
And it turns out when people spit in your face, it's not the people you'd want to spit in your face.
Right.
It's not like Scarlett Johansson.
Right, exactly.
Scarlett Johansson,
you would take a loogie from Scarlett Johansson.
Sure.
No problem, right?
Any place.
It's somebody with 3 Card Monte breath.
But this guy is really, if you listed 100 people for me to get spit on, he'd be the bottom of them. And there's 2 or 3 of them. And I'm with my friends, and all this fucking anger comes up, and then they start really pushing me. And they go, next time you do something like that, we're going to really fuck you up, And then they kind of disappear, and I'm there with spit on my face.
How much spit? A good amount.
An unpleasant amount. And my friends are going, oh, man, they spit. I just don't talk about it, And I did this kind of weird thing. I kind of took my shirt off and cleaned my face with my shirt, and then just threw it down. So now I have no shirt, and I've been pushed around. And I know that the anger I had, my friends wanted to fight and stuff, and I was going, no, don't do that. And I'm very proud that we didn't hit back.
Were you scared when it happened, or were you angry, or were you frightened?
All of those. But I'm a nut peacenik. I've never hit anybody in my life, and I think all the hypothetical arguments you want to make, I'll make. I would protect my family, obviously. I would protect someone who was going to be killed. But I'm just going to tell you, if you're going to hit me in the face and that's as far as you're going to go, you're not going to get hit back with me. It's as simple as that. If you're going to spit on me, I'm not going to hit you back. I'm telling you right now, so when I'm walking down the street, don't test me. But it's true.
Was it enough spit where David Copperfield would be happy? I need to know.
Yeah, he probably hired them. Yeah, probably 3 of his plants.
And I get back to my apartment, and there was not Twitter then, and there was not a way for me to vent. As it turned out, I wrote an editorial in the New York Times about that incident.
Really?
Just talking about how that's not a big deal. That's not like a really brave act to bust 3 Card Monte and then get spit on for it. In world history, that doesn't even merit a footnote. But when it happens to you, it's really fucking heavy.
That's right. You're like the Norma Ray of fucking 3 Card Monte.
And as I watched this, I just said, I would not want to have been publicly responsible for every thought that went through my head after I was spit on in Times Square. I'm sure that some of my rage was directed incorrectly. I'm sure that, and I'm not remembering actual things I'm avoiding saying. I'm just saying I know that my state of mind had taken over from intellectual. I was just full of disgust and anger. And I'm very proud of myself that I didn't fight. I mean, I would have lost. I mean, this cowardice is part of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cowardice is a big part of it. But also, there wasn't even an attempt. I was able to control myself.
When you got home, because with Ant, like when he really didn't hit the woman back, and then he gets home, and I think sometimes when the shock of what you're going through, like in that moment you're in survival or whatever you are, protect yourself or be aware of the environment, and then when it wears off, the humiliation or the anger comes out, and I think that's why there's a delayed reaction sometimes.
And there's a thing that lawyers say. Lawyers say the client they want the least is a successful white guy who's really good at speaking. If you are involved in a court case, like if you got something serious slapped on you and they put you on testimony, your lawyer would say to you, listen, Opie, You've always been able to talk yourself out of everything. You can't do it now. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
And your whole case would be based on if you could shut the fuck up. That's all. Whether you walked or whether you went to jail would be based on, can Opie sit in the seat and shut the fuck up? Can he say yes and no? And when you spend your life using words as you're living, and as your protection and everything, it really asking Anthony not to tweet is a little like, which we do ask, by the way, we ask this, is like asking Tyson, someone's going to come up and hit you in the face 4 or 5 times, don't hit him back. Well, of course, we insist that Tyson not do that. He would kill the person. But we also understand when you've been trained in your whole life this is what I do. And I just thought if a keyboard had been available to me to talk to the whole world that night, I would have tried really hard to make sure that I phrased everything so that I was the hero. I mean, that's the goal, to phrase that so I'm the hero. But I don't know if I would have been successful.
Right.
Because
when you're really that upset, you go to ugly places too. We all know that. We all do that.
Yeah, everybody
you come
does.
up with the worst words possible. And,
yeah.
And really,
to me, that was the problem.
And not the worst words, also the worst arguments.
Right, sure.
I mean, not even a particular word, but
you're not level-headed at that point. It's all emotion.
And yet nobody should condone that.
Right.
No one should say afterwards, well, everything he said I'm standing behind, because no. It's just exactly like if a professional boxer is pushed around and hauls off and hits the person and kills them, nobody says, well, he had a perfect right to kill him. But you might say, wow, what a bad situation.
But imagine if a boxer was this is the case where a boxer was getting punched and he just shoved back, and he got in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Anthony didn't full off hit somebody.
No, but we're also what I'm talking about is I'm talking about moving the medium. He went from physical to intellectual.
Right.
And I'm saying that Anthony is much more, 100,000 times more used to defending himself verbally than he is physically.
Sure.
So I'm just saying that the altercation continued, and what we were actually watching was him punching back, but just punching back, typing.
Yeah, and I wish that the press would have focused on the part that he didn't physically attack.
Well, yeah,
he didn't punch this woman in the face, and that was, to me, a huge thing that he didn't do.
The main thing I said was, if I wrong you in some way, and you have a choice between saying really awful things to me and pulling a gun and shooting me, please go with the saying awful things. And I think of the choices he had, he did not choose the best choice. The best choice would be to walk away and shut the fuck up. He did not choose that. He also did not choose the worst choice. I mean, we could be having this discussion here with someone that we knew. Let's not make it Anthony, because it's too unpleasant what could be pulled out of context. But if we were having a discussion about a person who had been attacked, had been packing, had pulled the gun and shot that person, we would have the discussion where we would go, man, if they had just gone on Twitter and vented, for like 4 hours, the worst kind of shit that came into their head, wouldn't that have been better? Wouldn't that have been a lot better? So yes, and because he did the thing that's better than the worst thing, does not make him a hero. A lot of people jump down my throat on.
Well, I was going to bring that up, because you had a very good take on this. An intelligent take, by the way, and that's not good enough for people. And I talked off air with you, and people were attacking you.
Yeah,
for having an intelligent take on this.
I don't think there was a. Really,
and I'm not surprised by that, but
what do you do? I mean, this is the really big question. And I'm not going to go into the details on this. It's really unpleasant, but I have a very good friend, a very well respected friend, who had a friend that he had since childhood, who was busted on an awful charge that he was guilty of. Like rape level. That wasn't what it was. I don't want to point out to what it could be. I don't want to figure it out. But that friend of his, who he did not defend, he did not say was innocent, he did not support him in any way, he went to the prison and visited him. Several times when he was in prison for a pretty long stretch, and got really ripped apart for supporting his friend. And that's the part that's really, really hard to understand. I mean, if you had someone that you love dearly and they did something that was within your morality and everyone else's morality absolutely wrong, and they were doing a stretch in prison that you also thought was a stretch they deserved to do, do you think you should be busted for going to prison and saying, "How you doing, baby? You hanging in?" I mean, that's a hard question.
That's a really hard question.
Is part of what you should do shun that person completely? Now, I'm using a very, very hyperbolic example. I mean, Anthony's nothing like that. But it is the question of it's ideas or people. Is there a situation? And with my family, I don't believe there's a line they can cross that I wouldn't support them. You know, and then as you move out of your circle,
right,
it's how much you would support them. Obviously, a member of your family, you would not only visit them in prison, but also try to get them out. But
wow, you're making me look like a dick today. There's a few family members I haven't talked to in a few years. For much less, by the way.
Yeah.
Much, much less.
Yeah, parking tickets. You just write them off. They're immoral.
Boy, do I feel like a dick.
But you know what I mean?
I'd have to make a phone call or two today.
You know what I mean?
It's easy to say, but if I follow you correctly, I think I would shun that person. I really do. But
I don't know.
But I'm not in it.
I think I would too. I think I would shun them too.
It would depend on who they were and what my relationship with them and how I felt about them.
It sounds like it's a real. I think I know what he's talking about.
I'm guessing
what the guy did.
I'm going to guess kid touching. I don't know the guy. I don't know anything he's talking about.
Don't comment.
I'm guessing.
That's sort of
that's
where
the worst
I'm at.
thing I can think of.
And so I think I would have to shun that person.
But are there people who I would still talk to if they were in jail and they had done that?
I know you're not saying what it is.
I'm not saying to try to get them out of jail. Right. I'm not saying to try to avoid punishment.
You mean just go?
I'm just saying it's been 6 months. They're in there. You know they're suffering. You also, I will add, know they deserve to suffer. Do you go in and sit across the glass and pick up the phone and say, "How you doing, baby"? That's that question.
Depending on the person, I very well might. Sure.
It's easy to say no because I'm not in the situation. Yeah. I think maybe you would have to think harder about it.
And then the other question is, if you're a public figure, are you able to go and say to them, "How you doing, baby," without being attacked for condoning the act? That's the question. In other words, if you heard that I had a buddy, your relation with me, and you heard that I had a best friend, which I actually do. I have a best friend who went in and did time for murder, and you found out that it was in the press. It was on Daily News. One of the stories is Penn's friend who killed his wife 5 years ago. Penn went to Rikers, said how he was doing. Would you come on the air and go, Penn should really not be condoning murder?
No. To be honest with you, no. I don't think that guy should be crucified by the press. Because he made it clear he didn't support the guy through the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not really showing, and you're certainly not saying that. So, using that really hyperbolic example, it's very. I think we're allowed to say that we disagree with someone's actions, but still have a relationship with them. I think we have to be allowed to do that because, as it comes down to really simple things, there are things we disagree about. You and I don't think we shun each other over those.
No.
I don't think we have. So the question is, where do you cross those lines? And it just keeps expanding. And I'll also add to you, getting spit on was really unpleasant.
Your example was pretty drastic, though.
Yeah.
It made it very easy to, in my mind, to go, I would probably have to shun that person.
Yeah, but you keep coming down,
right.
Everything is just a degree from there, and it's where you actually draw that line.
Wow, that's heavy, man. Before we let you go, because oh
my God.
Yeah, we could continue, but I just want to make sure we properly promote the new show there, Pat.
Yeah, please do.
Fool Us, right?
Yeah.
You came in and talked about this. You did this in Britain.
Louis C.K. was just crazy for this show.
That's right. That's right.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And we said at the time, man, they got to bring this to America. Well, now it's coming to America, right?
It's coming to America. The first season of this is re-edited versions of the British version.
Okay.
It's re-edited. And
why re-edited?
Why?
Well, because it has to fit the formats are different for where commercials
and you would have a different take on
like that,
different shots, whatever. Yeah, that's true.
But we we put it all together differently. But what I really love about this is CW is putting it on, and the big cheese at CW came to us, which I love. I love the kind of frankness about this. And he said, we really want a second season of this. We really want to do an American version, and we're all set and all the paperwork's in play. You don't have to get great ratings for us to do that. You just have to do okay. He walked away, and I was like, well, I like that, but I don't know if that's the pep talk. I wonder if he said that to every show that was on the air. Yeah. We're really excited about your show. It's really, really good, Jim. We think if you're doing ratings, we're hoping you do okay.
Yes, we're not expecting miracles. Continue in your mediocrity, and we'll love to have you back.
I think they're saying that about us down the hall. So,
But, so if you liked the show in England, let CW know that you liked that show in England, so we could do a second season.
I loved it. I really loved it.
It's upcoming magicians that are trying to trick you.
I know sometimes it's really established magicians.
Established.
We had great magicians.
And they're trying to fool you with their illusions and their tricks and
we were really careful about it. We didn't know who was coming on, what trick they were doing. We saw no rehearsals, nothing, completely cold. And we don't comment. I mean, we do comment occasionally in a positive way, but we're not there to judge their showmanship, their jokes, how they fool the audience. It's a very simple set of rules. Do you fool us? They talked about it when we were pitching the show. They talked about how are we going to know whether they fooled you or not? And I said, the magicians and we will know before anybody else does. It'll just be eye contact. And they went, no, but what's the rule in case? I go, this is a gentleman's game. So the person comes out, they finish their act, the audience is on their feet, going crazy, Telling I talk a little bit, the guy looks down at us, we go, just a little bit of a shrug, and the guy goes, oh yeah, they got it.
And it's also, this is what I love, they don't just kill somebody. If they think they got it, they'll give little hints, which kind of tell them, we got it. But we're not going to blow it for the audience unless you push us. And the magicians, a lot of times, you'd give one keyword, and they'd go, they got it. And that'd be it. It was so
because they want to protect their illusions still.
And these guys are being cool by not fucking with them.
It's also a game of chicken. Do you think we're wrong? Because I can say a little more. And I also we try to be...
And what do they get if they fool you? Because
if they fool us, they get to come and do part of our show in Vegas.
Right.
They go on stage.
How many people fooled you?
Out of the... about one a show. They try to time it that way. So about 10%. And some of them in really cheesy ways, some of them really clever ways, some of them really wonderful. And people ask, did you figure them out afterwards? And the truth is, we went to commercial, the guys ran, and the guys that fooled us ran and just told us right away what it was. They were just so excited.
And they wanted you to know that, we weren't lying when we said that we didn't do it that way. This is how we did it.
We went, oh,
were there any that made you go great. Fuck? That was
Oh, there's a couple. And you can see them on the air. You can see Teller and I not going fuck, but literally going, fuck. And there's one that comes out and does a trick that we used to do. He does a trick that we used to do. It's a standard trick that everyone does. He does it a different way. So he starts doing the trick, and Teller and I are sitting there, and you can see in the reaction shots, we are completely relaxed because we know exactly how he's going to do it. We know exactly that he's going to open the envelope, and he's going to reach in his hand and pull it out. We know he's going to do that, and we have no tension whatsoever. He rips open the envelope, he holds his hand out and dumps it instead of reaching into the envelope. And all of a sudden, Teller and I go from relaxed to full combat mode. Because we know how he's going to do it. He does it an entirely different way. I look over at Teller, and Teller goes, I got nothing. I would have known. He goes, yeah, you would have known if he'd done it the way we've done it, but he didn't. And we go, no idea, Wow. And the guy also, I love it because the whole performance, he knows that we know exactly how to do this trick, and he's got another way. And the other thing I try to do is I'm very aware that young people starting out in magic will be watching this show. So I try, when I give them the keyword, I try to give them a word like a brand name or an author that they can then look up themselves and find out everything we're saying. So you can watch it as just entertainment, let it flow over you. But if you're a real magic nerd, we say stuff like, isn't that right out of Tarbell, the 3rd volume? So we know that the magic kids can go to their library and go, Yeah, it's right there. He just explained the whole thing. It's right. I just read right along with it. So we try to lay it on them.
Did you guys ever whisper into their ears?
We did,
because that would be kind of funny to see as a viewer.
At one point,
Teller goes up.
Teller also at one point draws a sketch, which is great.
Oh, really?
He just draws a sketch. We go up. They go, "Have you got it?" And Teller, while we're doing the discussion, Teller just kind of goes like this. And the guy goes, fine, takes the paper, just kind of rolls it up and goes, "Yep, you got it,"
and leaves.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
It really is a good show. I've only seen a few online.
I loved it.
I'm going to watch the whole series.
I want to see the complete episodes. That's why I'll watch it on TV, because online there's little clips of it, but I want to see like the entire, because Jonathan Ross is great.
You know, it's exactly what we do at our show backstage. You know, pretty much every magician comes to our show at some point. They go backstage to the green room afterwards, eating our supper after the show like we do. And invariably, you know, one of the magicians, you know, a magician from Spain will be in, and he'll just, while we're eating, he'll go, have you seen this? Pull out a deck of cards, and he'll do a trick for us. And there'll be like a few civilians around, and then there'll be that's how we got the idea for the show. Then there'll be us, and he does the trick for us and goes, "Seen anything like that?" And always looking right at Teller. And it's this great moment because there's civilians in the room. No one knows the culture, anything. And Teller just kind of goes, "Yeah, I've seen it." And it's the end of it and a big smile. And then every 10th time this happens, they go, "You see anything like this?" Teller's going, no idea. Fooled the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just this real kind of, it's exactly analogous to comics.
Because Teller knows more of the tricks
than much more than me. Yeah. Teller's the
I remember you telling us
the brains of the outfit is Teller, yeah.
Why can't you bring him in here?
Sure.
Is he in New York to promote as well?
Not right now. I think he left a little earlier than me.
Will he talk on our show? How does that go?
Maybe you should have him on without me, because he could do it without me.
But he would talk.
Yeah.
Does he talk on other shows?
Only if I'm not involved in a very... He's never done anything like this.
Well, let me ask you, does he not talk because... Has he just kind of given up?
Teller is a Latin and Greek scholar who taught Latin and Greek.
Right.
Teller is very articulate, very, very well-spoken. We will do Q&As occasionally, and he directed The Tempest. He's very articulate. He does, when he was promoting some solo thing he was doing, some directing thing.
Yeah, I remember that in the Village.
He went on to some morning local DJs who went right to, the first comment he made that wasn't exactly where they wanted in the pocket. They went, "Well, we can see why you don't talk. I guess you should shut up." Why did do the morning radio guy that shit? And he was kind of pissed off. So I would have to tell him, but he'll go on there. He'll be cool.
No, we would. I'd be fascinated by him. But it must drive him nuts that he's that articulate and he doesn't get to talk though.
Well, no, except
he doesn't care.
He does do all the talking and the rehearsal and all of that.
With the press thing.
He's never, ever complained about it. The other thing that's amazing, he is never in 40 years, and it's knocking on 40 years now, he has never said after a hunk, "Boy, I wish you hadn't said that."
Really?
Or, "You shouldn't have done that, or you didn't get in trouble." He will either compliment or say nothing. When I've tanked afterwards, when I didn't do the joke quite right afterwards, Teller never says a word. But we did Seth Meyers last night, and afterwards Teller said, "That was the best couch stuff you've done. You were just relaxed and set." And then I said, because we were coming up on a really short magic trick that I knew was really, really hard. So we've got to the point, in the 80s, if we did Letterman and something, we had to do cockroaches and, drowning and huge fucking things. And now we've been around enough, we have a little bit of respect, we can go on with just a deck of cards and go, "Oh, by the way, no one else in the world can do this." And I really like that we can do it. So we did a trick for Seth Meyers last night. And I knew that Seth had seen us when he was a kid and really liked our magic and stuff. So we asked him, can we do something less splashy and just destroy you with it?
Wow.
And he said, sure. So he did this trick that, you go through everything in your head that it could possibly be. And it much harder than anything in our show, but just a deck of cards, nothing else. And that's really fun to do. And Teller's always completely supportive of everything.
That's awesome. Good for you.
But it's 40 years, man. So,
yeah. Penn Jillette, everyone. God, I love when you do this show, brother.
Check out the, it's called, what's it called? Fool Us?
Fool Us.
Penn on CW, 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
Night. Yeah, tomorrow night on the CW. Like you said, 8 o'clock. It's Penn Jillette on Twitter. And, of course, Sunday School, one of the podcasts I still listen to.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
I absolutely listen to Sunday School. It's great. And I think that's it for today.
I have one plug.
Oh, we'll come back.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back for a few minutes because we got to end with the Lady Dies thing. She's on the line.
Okay.
Lady Dies on the line?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Yeah,
I promise
not the one from England. This one's in worse shape.
You don't want to know. We'll do a quick break and then we're going to do a quick wrap up.
Okay,
next. So stay there. Penn Jillette, everyone.
The guys will be right back. Sirius XM. Sirius 206, XM 103. The guys are back.
Yeah, we're back. Chris DiStefano in studio. Very happy that you're back, Chris.
I'm happy to be back.
Thank you.
This is great.
Is it great?
I get excited about it. I still got that young comic energy, but I probably won't give a shit soon. But right now, I still really care.
A year or two. We got to use you in the next year or two.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to be miserable.
Nah. Yeah, the enthusiasm does wane as years go on. Yeah, you have it for a long time.
Yeah.
And it wanes about certain things. Other things, it stays.
I'm still pumped.
I was talking to Chris on the way to the airport from Montreal. There might be a little security guy that travels with us. And I told him...
Oh, your masseur?
My masseur.
He travels with this guy, Chris, who rubs him down. He calls him a security guy. Now he's 130 pounds, wears white spandex.
And I was telling him on the way to the airport, going home from Montreal, that I think I finally get it with you guys in the road. Because we went to Montreal 2 years in a row, and it was Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Or Groundhog Day, right? Groundhog Day. It was the same shit 2 years in a row. Like, we went to the exact same places. I think I had the exact same hotel room as last year. It was really strange. I'm like, okay, this isn't exciting after all. And I walked the streets almost the exact same way.
It doesn't. I mean, I'm only starting to really get on the road the last year, but I mean, everything is the exact same. I get off the plane, the person from the club picks me up, takes me to the, Ramada or the Holiday Inn Express. I sit there, I get breakfast in the morning, I go to work out, realize I forgot my shoes, go on the treadmill in socks, seriously, just order porn, try to write a joke, can't write a joke, go out, send a message out on Twitter if there's any girls in that city that want to come to my shows. Fall asleep, go on the treadmill again, and then go do my shows and get the same reaction.
But I'm talking about the same cities. So then, what city was that? Let's say Cleveland. Let's say,
yeah,
and then you
Columbus,
go back
Ohio.
to Columbus, Ohio, and then you go back to Columbus, Ohio, and you go, oh my God, I'm in the exact track as last year.
Yeah,
doing the exact same shit.
Yeah, and I come back, I'm just fatter. That's the only thing.
That's it.
When I come back the next year,
the redundancy of it gets to be hard. I look at it compared to every other job, though. Like, any guy listening to this right now has a job that has redundancy.
Oh, they want
The Office,
and they want to punch me in the teeth for even just suggesting how boring it is. But I mean, that is the reality.
Yeah, it's just redundant. You go to different cities, and it's like it is the same routine. I mean, but we're lucky at least we could do it different. Like going to San Francisco to do gigs is a lot more fun to be redundant doing that than some of these jobs.
Yeah, some of these towns there really isn't anything different you can do. They just have what they have, and not much.
Yeah, it's just like most of the time, like it's just like in a mall, like but it's still fun. Like I could go to Seattle on Thursday, and or tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been there, but like next week, then I got to go to Minneapolis to do that club in the Mall of America. You ever do that one?
I think I have.
It's like, I don't know, maybe it's kind of but that's fun.
But it's a huge mall.
It's a huge mall, and they have roller coasters.
Biggest one. Oh man, the mall. It's the biggest one in the country, and
that's it.
That's it.
You don't really give a crap?
No one gives a fuck about
Really?
that big
No, it's
dumb
crazy.
mall. It's just a mall.
Why?
You don't know. Who walks around a mall with a fucking tape measure? You don't know how big it is. It's just a mall.
They do have that all those roller coasters and stuff, though. I mean, and then it's pretty sick. I was there last 2 weeks ago in Minneapolis for the All-Star game for the baseball.
What are you calling it?
Minneapolis.
It's wrong.
How do you say it?
It's Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, that N in the middle is absolutely ludicrous.
You know, for the long when I was a kid, I thought Superman was from Minneapolis, but it's Metropolis. But
Minneapolis.
I always thought it was.
Just think of a small Appolis.
Small apple.
Instead of Minnie Mouse, it's Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's not Minneapolis.
I'm adding letters.
Yeah, you're making
shit.
Indianapolis and Minneapolis.
Hey,
You're combining them.
Minneapolis.
And it sounds silly, Chris.
Minneapolis.
Let's talk more about the mall. You don't like the big mall, huh?
I don't dislike it either. Any more than I like this table. It's just it's there. It's some fucking mall. I've been to a million of them.
But you walk by the Gap and you go, wow, the Gap.
Yeah.
Right? That's fun for a few seconds.
Yeah.
No,
dude, this is like 2 malls in one. Gives a shit.
It's far away.
But they have a roller coaster in it.
They do.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool, right?
It's not cool. I don't like roller coasters at theme parks. Why would I go to a mall?
It's not cool.
No, it's a small roller coaster.
They should have zip lines if they have a big mall.
And I feel like I'm going to look like a psycho going on the roller coaster by myself.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Who
me on the
cares?
rides like a jerk off.
Yeah.
But who cares? Do it.
Go in a tank top with a fanny pack.
I'm going to send selfies of you guys miserable on the fucking roller coaster.
Nice.
No girlfriend yet?
What?
No girlfriend?
No girlfriend. But, you know, last night actually, no, it was a few nights ago now. I went down on some girl that I really like, and, you know, we didn't have sex. And then, you know, I was like concerned. It was like, you know, I was like, why do we have sex? I just went down on you, you know? And then I talked to my dad, and I called him. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I called him, and he was like,
did he have a better experience with her?
No, yeah. But, no, he's like, I'm like, Dad, you know, I went down on this girl. And he goes, well, what is she? And I was like, oh, she's Puerto Rican. He was like, yeah, they, you know, sometimes they're like that. He goes, I think she likes you though, kid. He was like, if you've got your tongue in her pussy like that, and she won't let you, you know, have sex, I think she likes you. And I was like, I don't know, man, you know, because I'm like concerned about it. He's like, you got pictures of this broad? So I was like, yeah. He's like, send the old man some pictures. I got to go. So I sent him pictures, and he was like, yeah, she's good. Keep that around.
Wow.
Bring her to Pops. That's what he keeps saying. He always, any hot girl I send him, he goes, does she have a hot mom for me? I'm like, you're 70 years old with fucking stage 7 diabetes. You fucking wear, you know, tidy whities all the time, and you have a wife.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, all right. What'd the Yankees do?
Your dad's 70?
Nah, he's like 67, 68 now, but he's getting up there, so.
So bring the hot broads over.
It. Yeah.
He just wants to take a look.
He's got this depressing
Make
thing.
her bend down a few times.
Yeah, she is fucking smoking hot. So I don't know what to do, because I went down on her, and I'm like, I thought, you know, this was going to be it. And still.
She on a pill?
That's what I thought. Maybe she's not on the pill.
Can I warn you about something?
Yeah.
Those type of girls tend to be a little cray-cray.
Yeah?
I'm sorry I said cray-cray, but be careful.
Why? That's what all the kids are saying. Nothing wrong with that.
Be careful.
Be careful with that? I don't know.
Any signs of crazy?
She's so hot. It's like a joke.
I know, that's the distraction.
So
That's
hot,
what distracts you from the cray-cray.
Fuck.
Just be careful, my friend.
But yeah, no girlfriends. I did,
Hold on, let's get back to this girl. Did she, was the vagina nice?
Oh, dude, it's immaculate. It's fucking scentless. It's mint.
All right, so no. The answer is no. It wasn't nice.
Yeah, no, it was. No, it was nice. It was tight. It was good. And I was down there, man. I was down there for a solid 30 minutes. I was down there. My tongue got a blister that's just going away now.
That can't be good.
Yeah, but I don't think it was from that. I'm trying to tell myself it wasn't from that.
Okay.
Just like a month ago, I had chlamydia, and I was like, that's a kidney stone. And then I go. My friend's a doctor in the emergency room,
right?
And I'm like, hey man, I think I got a kidney stone. He goes, why would you have a kidney stone? I'm like, I don't know. I was having sex with this girl, and then it started to hurt when I pee. He goes, so you think kidney stones are sexually transmitted now? And I was like, are they? No. And then he goes, all right, piss into this cup. Dude, I piss into the cup, and he goes, take it to the lab. He goes, bro, your piss is like 150 degrees. Like, I need a fucking coffee sleeve to go take your piss into the lab. And then he comes back, and he goes, I know you have something. He was like, what? Your piss is literally smoking.
Right.
And then he brought another doctor. He's like, feel how hot his piss is. And the doctor's like, holy shit, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah. And then he just gave me, before they even ran it, they just gave me a shot. They're like, just take this. They're like, you have something's wrong. And then he showed me, like, because he's a friend, so he showed me what, like, regular piss looks like under a microscope, and then what my piss was. And my piss just had, like, it was disgusting, my piss. It was like black shit crawling in it. It looked like it was disgusting.
God.
But now it's gone.
You got to tweet that.
7 days.
Can't you tweet that?
No, I asked him if I could take a picture. He said he could get fired. So I was like, I'll just talk about it on the radio.
What, it's your piss?
Yeah, it's my piss.
You should be allowed to take pictures of your own piss.
Absolutely. You should be required.
It's in the rules.
Should be your screensaver. Copy your own piss.
That's it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Paramecium. That's what he said it had in it.
That can't be good, huh?
Yeah, but I'm better now. So 7 days.
I would rather have chlamydia than a kidney stone anyway, man. It's a fucking kidney stone is agony.
I'm starting to think that you just diagnosed me from 1990.
Yeah, you think you had it?
I think I had chlamydia in Buffalo.
Did you ever get it taken care of?
No, I went to the hospital because I thought I had a kidney stone.
Yeah, sweetie.
I swear to God.
It's not burnt. Your pee is not, it's not stinging, it's burning, right? It's like 1,000 degrees.
Did you have an ache on your side or anything?
I didn't have an ache on my side. My piss was literally just fire.
I think you diagnosed me.
Yeah.
God, from the future. I wish I could go back. I went to the hospital and everything and then went through all the kidney stone tests. And they're like, I don't know. They finally said, I don't know, maybe you passed it.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking, after hearing your story, maybe I just had chlamydia.
But if it was chlamydia that never went away, I mean, you have had kids since then, and that would have fucked.
It would have hurt,
up.
I think.
Yeah, it would have never went away. Like it's an infection.
All right, then it was a kidney stone. Okay,
probably kidney stone.
Although with chlamydia, can't you have it and not know as a man?
Yeah, you can have it and not know as a man. But thank God, my piss heated up and my dick was dripping.
Chlamydia is easy to get rid of, though, right?
It's just 7 days. It's gone. That's why I have no problem talking about it. It's gone. It was just like a cold. It's a cold through your dick.
I have no problem talking about it.
It went away. It just gave me a Z-Pack for my dick, and I'm good. I'm back in action, ladies.
I've had a few Z-Packs. I've had a few Z-Packs since 1990, so I'm good.
Clear it out.
I'm good.
That's it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
It's the fucking game we play. That's the world we live in.
That's it. I know it, yeah.
The life we've chosen, gentlemen.
That's it.
We're going to Deadspin for Louis Slungpoo. Have you seen Louis Slungpoo
No,
yet?
I haven't seen this.
It's a little prank. Pranks the news on UCLA flood thing. What happened with this flood? What burst?
Well, there's like a water main burst or something at the school.
Yeah, I know. It's a big story today.
And like
I saw the picture of the gym.
Yeah, the whole school got flooded out.
Crazy.
And so I guess I don't know what kind of process you have to go through to be an expert to talk on the phone on the news.
Yeah.
But apparently there is no process. You just have to know the phone number.
Right on.
Because this guy called up and claimed to be Louis Slungpoo.
just brings me back to being like 8. I'll always like this type of humor. It's on Deadspin, Louis Slungpoo. Well, let's listen to Louis Slungpoo.
It's a great name.
Phone. Louis Slungpoo. I hope I pronounced the last name correctly.
Yes, ma'am. It's Slungpoo.
Oh, thank you very much. What can you tell us about this? Or is it something you've ever seen before like this?
Well, it appears that we have a water main that broke, and the apparent cause of the water main that broke was, it's coming into us from our troops on the ground. Basically, that a couple of college students might have sent down a cherry bomb down the toilet.
What?
Oh.
Can you say that again? Right. You think somebody sent a cherry bomb down the toilet?
Yeah, we try to put on seminars, yearly, explaining how dangerous it is to send any kind of explosives down a plumbing drain. But that's what is coming back to us. We had a pressure break around sunset, and the cherry bomb must have popped through the top of the pipe and just blew the bottom right out of it.
Well, is this something that happens because of the UCLA campus and kids playing around, or is it the high school campus?
You know what?
A cherry bomb? Come on, Jimmy.
But if I was on the news just hearing this, it might. I might believe it if I was a news guy.
Well,
when you first
cherry bomb?
They're harmless.
Yeah, one of those little like Bart Simpson used to always throw down the toilet.
Right.
One of those tiny little.
Oh, it's
like a little smaller than a ping pong ball.
It just blows up some water a little bit.
So is that sewage water then? And these kids are surfing in it?
It's like a water main break, so I think it's just
water.
Hydrant water, yeah.
Okay.
And California really needs their water.
Yeah.
Look at all that water just being wasted as it's going down the stairs. That's a lot of water. All right, let's go back to Louis Slungpoo.
And this is one of those situations where Louis Slungpoo realized that they were just believing whatever he said.
Right.
So he just keeps trying to push it. Yeah.
And I love that he's using water main broke. Instead of break, water main broke.
Do you know the source?
Right now, we're still in the investigation phase. It just seems that the break might have come somewhere around the Poly Pavilion area, one of the locker rooms. It was either a cherry bomb or someone took a really large dump,
That is an incredible. So, are you 100% sure about that?
He goes, they don't listen.
No. But
News people don't listen.
They don't listen. You gotta listen carefully because you can hear the producer in their earpiece got picked up on their mic. You go, it's a fake caller. It's a fake caller.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that part.
I didn't hear that. It happened.
Go back to the dump, and then he adds, he's like, there's no way they won't hang up on him. Go ahead.
Or someone took a really large dump,
That is an incredible. So, are you 100% sure about that?
That's a fake call.
Oh, we lost him. I'm sorry.
Did you hear the voice?
Yeah,
it's a fake phone call. It's a fake phone call.
That guy basically wants to say it's a fake call. It's stupid. I got to hear the,
Someone took a big dump. What a great reason to have a water main break. Shit.
Pavilion area, one of the locker rooms. It was either a cherry bomb or someone took a really large dump,
That is an incredible. So, are you 100% sure about that?
That's a fake call.
Oh, we lost him. I'm sorry about that. We hope to get him back and find out how they're going to close down.
No, you don't hope you get him back because you were just told it's a prank call. Why can't you go, oh man, that was a prank call, and just have a little fun with it? Screw it.
Why can't you listen and be like, I hope we don't get that guy back because he just blamed this entire flood on possibly someone took a big dump.
Someone shitting. Someone shat.
How did that that's really like the most water I've ever seen. That's in like Niagara Falls level shit.
It's pretty amazing.
I've never seen anything like that.
It's a little more shallow than Niagara Falls.
You think?
Yeah.
How do you know? You ever been in there, jerk off?
People are walking down the stairs, Chris.
I get old man.
You can't walk. You can't walk down Niagara Falls. They're walking down the stairs.
He's got a boogie board.
Right. It's just
guys. I come in here. Everyone makes fun.
But it is a shit ton of water.
That's a lot of water.
And thank you to Louis Slungpoo.
That's a great name.
For reporting. Like, if you know the phone number of the news, you could just get on.
I guess, yeah.
There's no process.
Because they're so desperate for that exclusive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they'll just believe anything.
Well, like now, like if you that new trend, you guys see that guy, he went fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like they do that all the time.
We have new ones of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite because it started as a fake thing.
And now it's a real thing.
Right, because people were like, how funny would it be if it was real?
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
Is there new ones of that? We probably played all of them, right?
Yeah, they're the best.
A little water.
Fuck her right in the pussy. A lot of the kids now, they make like the videos, like where they put him like somebody's wedding, they'll do like a thing where they'll be like, I now pronounce you, and he'll grab the mic, fuck her right in the pussy.
Right.
It's hilarious.
It really is great.
Who is that? Did anybody know? I don't know. Did anybody know that guy? Where he's from? How do you get at him?
Some are saying he's fake. I don't think he's fake.
No, he's a real dude.
The original one is fake.
Yeah.
Oh, we determined that?
Yeah, that guy, no, the first guy's fake.
But that guy definitely has like an agent now. I mean, that guy is huge.
Right.
Right. He's like,
he's everywhere.
I'm sure his agent's proud. Who is he? Well, he said fuck her in the pussy, but it wasn't real.
Yeah.
We'll write it for a meeting.
Do you think the agent's calling like Jimmy Fallon? So you want to book him? What does he do? Oh, he's the fucker right in the pussy guy.
He'd say F her in the P.
Well,
right.
Do you know that little kid, Terrio? The little black kid, Terrio. Do you know what I'm talking about? That kid?
No.
Okay, so he's all over everywhere too. Terrio, he does this thing called "Ooh, kill him," and people love this kid.
Yeah, dude, he's the fucking man.
He gets $15,000 to make an appearance at a nightclub. He's 7 years old. He's sick. He's signed to like a major agency.
He's on Vine, right?
Yeah, he's fucking superstar. This kid.
Look at him. He's just fucking wiggling.
Oh. That's it.
Oh. Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh,
that's all he does.
Yeah. 15 G's in appearance now.
No, it's not. It's all gone. Nothing else in there.
And he gets 15,000 to appear in a club.
Celebrities love him. Kanye, they all love him.
Oh, kill him one time.
Can't even talk.
What does he do? I don't.
Just this.
That's it.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
I tried so hard with my videos.
Remember Antoine Dodson?
Right.
Yeah. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. That was just a news report, and he was like,
he was great though.
Right.
He was hilarious. This kid, I'm not feeling.
No, if I had like a lot of money, if I was like really rich, I would give the fucker right in the pussy guy. Like if I was having a big party, I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you 20 G's. Come. at the right moment, when I tell you, yell "fuck her right in the pussy," place will go nuts, and I'll give you 20 G's. Like he easily can get money. This guy. I
can see that, but not this kid.
Not this kid.
I'm not feeling this.
No, but in the urban community, they love. This kid. This kid is fucking money.
Well, we have a guy in Indiana, Mikey. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Was watching the local news in Indianapolis last night with my family. They were talking about some girl missing. The reporter is on live, and somebody ran up and yelled "fuck her right in the pussy." So it's still going.
So you guys got one down there in Indiana. I wonder if the video's online yet.
It's not video. It was audio only. They were showing, video of the
I see.
crime scene or whatever, but
Right.
the reporter was talking live on the microphone, and yeah, you could hear it clear as day.
Nice. Wow. Very good. All right, sir. Sam's telling me about another one that we need to see, the Vietnamese.
I've been laughing at this all morning.
But
it's just weirdness.
But it doesn't really do well on the radio, or what?
It's completely visual. It's
really?
100% visual.
All right, so we'll tweet it out.
Yeah.
We're using our Twitter account finally and our Facebook page so you guys can see these videos that we're kind of watching here. So what's the story on this one?
It's a Vietnamese morning show.
Yeah.
And this guy left his phone on.
Okay.
So his phone starts ringing.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a phone removed from a live shot with less subtlety.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a maniac.
He's a maniac. I love that word.
Maniac.
Yeah. You got to use it properly, though.
He's a maniac.
He's a maniac. All right, let's see.
Look at this guy.
Cho nên là cái độ dốc nó cao, cho nên khi mà mưa bão xuống thì nước đổ dồn rất nhanh, tốc độ rất nhanh, cho nên nó tàn phá rất là lớn, cho nên là thiệt hại nó cũng không rất là khó tránh khỏi. Và
This phone's ringing.
Như vậy thì
he pulls it out of his pocket and throws it.
She's horrified. She's been dealing with it. Look, I don't know this language, but it looks like she's been dealing with this shit for a long time because she's getting scared. Like, oh no, here we go.
Like a normal person would just hang up the phone or just make it stop ringing.
Right.
But he doesn't even stop talking. He just takes his phone out, throws it across the room, and keeps going. Like nobody noticed that. Nobody noticed.
Can you back it up a little bit? And what happens after the video? He just goes back to talking?
He kills himself on camera.
Like a big crash sound.
That sounded like a fucking huge phone, too, right?
Yeah.
That's like a really big shit.
Probably has a big case on it.
It was actually a wall phone.
It's a Zach Morris phone.
Let's see. Go ahead.
rất là khó tránh khỏi. Và
phone's ringing. He goes into his pocket.
Như vậy thì
He loses his place.
Bình thường thì con sông này là
Because he's thinking I just broke my fucking phone.
rất là hiểm họa, trải qua 7 huyện thị của
And this chick next to him is looking at him like I'm partnered with the least smooth man in television.
Oh, his hair is the best.
It looks like he's wearing a hairnet, right?
Yeah.
His hair sucks.
He's a maniac, all right.
He is, right?
Yeah, he's a maniac.
My favorite is the moment after he just thinks, I broke my phone.
He just wants to go to commercial to see if his phone's okay.
I was panicking and I broke it.
I wish I hadn't thrown my phone that hard.
Maniac. Lunatic is good, too.
Oh, shit, my phone's going off. Get the fuck out of here.
And he did it in such a way like that no one will notice this. I'll just remove this from.
Well, he tried to underhand it. Can we watch that one more? Because he tries to underhand, do it low. He's not trying to break it.
No.
But he just doesn't know. He doesn't know his own strength.
No.
Yeah. The arm on this guy.
là lớn, cho nên là thiệt hại nó cũng không
Got some weird comb over too.
It's terrible.
Như vậy thì
my fucking phone's broken.
And she just looks down.
Like, why did you do that?
She just looks down.
I feel like she looks like a news anchor. He looks like shit, this guy. Like he didn't even dress up for his news job. He just put on like a shitty polo.
She's put together nicely. Right.
He's dressed like Paul Pot, this guy.
Yeah.
Aaron in Illinois, he heard something in this clip. Go ahead, Aaron.
This news reporter is actually reporting a story on Jim Norton. If you listen right in the middle of his statement there, he clearly says Jim Norton.
Come on, let's hear that again, Sam.
Là cái độ dốc nó cao, cho nên khi mà mưa bão xuống thì nước đổ dồn rất nhanh, tốc độ rất nhanh, cho nên nó tàn phá rất là lớn. Cho nên là
That's a good find right there. Go again.
He did.
Khi mà mưa bão xuống thì nước đổ dồn rất nhanh, tốc độ rất nhanh cho nên nó tàn phá rất là lớn. Thứ hai là thiệt hại nó cũng rất là khó tránh khỏi.
Yeah. And then Jim called him and said, "Dude, did you say my name?"
All right.
What the fuck?
Jim Norton. Jim Norton.
Như vậy thì
it would have been less distracting to just leave the phone ringing.
It would
for
have been
the
less
whole
distracting
segment.
to answer it and talk.
Jim Norton.
Jim Norton.
Jim Norton. Norton.
Jim Norton.
The guys will be right back. Sirius XM. Sirius 206, XM 103. The guys are back.
We are back. Rich Voss in studio. Jim Norton.
I like how they're getting around it just by naming the channel numbers.
Yeah.
Getting around the unpleasantness.
The guys.
Yeah, the gang is back. Why don't just call us the gang?
Your pals are back.
Yeah, your pal. Yeah, the morning guys are back. Let the craziness ensue.
Where are the weigh-ins?
They're on their way.
They're on their way. I saw one of them walking around. He was right behind us when we were walking back from the bathroom.
That was just a different black dude.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
No, it was that guy.
Oh, okay.
I told you. That's the guy you saw.
No, I don't know.
Damon.
What's up, Damon?
Oh, shit.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man? What's going on?
All right, good.
How are you?
How are you?
What's going down?
See ya.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Oh my God, there's a lot.
How are you?
Hey, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
A lot of handshaking going on.
Yeah, I've been working on it for a while.
Hey, man.
He's trying to live.
What's going on, buddy?
I told you to start trying to live.
I just got tired of it. I pay for sex anyway, but I
weird.
I told you to stop eating food at the comedy cellar.
I know. His blood.
His pancreas.
Yes, you implying I have AIDS?
What happened?
You
can tape whatever you want. You can tape from wherever.
Well, welcome, guys.
We need all the mics on there today.
Yeah, where's Keenan? We were hoping he'd come too.
Keenan had a birthday party for his son.
Oh,
his
okay.
16th party.
How hard is it for you guys to concentrate with his dreamy eyes?
We never noticed them.
Jesus Christ.
Damon?
Your friend there who's on the video camera.
The camera guy.
Rich thinks he has dreamy eyes.
I'm not gay, but Jesus Christ, those eyes are enough to...
Yeah.
Think things.
Yeah.
You noticed right away, though.
With some breasts.
It literally is, though. Complimenting a guy's dick is less gay than complimenting his eyes. Complimenting a guy's eyes is really
That's
fucking bad.
like you went past.
If you, his
eyelashes
is
the point of no return.
That's okay. Listen, I'm an honest motherfucker. If I see some pretty eyes, look at them.
Yeah, you went past. You went past the point of no return.
Look, if I see a guy and he has a nice bulge, you just go, yo, that dude he's got a bulge.
My manager has a giant dick, and it's all we talk about is his fucking bulge.
How do you talk?
He just looks down at his dick the whole time.
He won't tell us what he's packing. He refuses to tell us what he's packing, but we're obsessed with it.
And he wears the tightest pants.
No, it's not. It's a moving, living thing.
We don't know if he has a big ball bag.
My question is,
It's definitely balls. White guys have big balls.
Really, guys like really analyzing guys' balls and
we
get on Opie and Nancy.
I know, but it's like
comedians. We observe everything. That's what we do, though. You notice every flaw.
I've never noticed another guy.
Yeah, you don't.
Maybe you don't make it down that far.
That's what my comedy checks out.
No, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I understand exactly what you're saying.
Thank you. If Jonathan walked in this room right now, trust me, you would notice his balls.
All you'd notice.
He has tailored pants too, which makes it even more uncomfortable.
Like between his legs.
No.
Are you
just to get a better look, just like tripping. Oops.
Wait, are you saying that I'm using comedy as an excuse to look at someone's dick? All right, that's fair.
How can you not go into a restaurant with your own power
undercover gay guy?
How can you not go into a restaurant
posing as a comic
power drill?
What, Rich?
I saw this dude online. He was a pole vaulter, I guess, in the Olympics or something.
He used his own the pole vault.
And they were showing his fucking package. You know, then if you click the button, you could see the whole thing. And listen, let me tell you something. You gotta look. This fucking dude's dick was about this fucking big, and he was white. I'm not bullshitting. It was about this big.
Oh, you felt proud?
Huh?
You felt proud, like, yes.
No,
I got one.
No, he sucked at the pole vault, but man, the way his cock just did that thing in the air in slow mo.
Why'd you have to look though?
How could you? Why?
I don't know.
I just think it's weird that the first 5 minutes of this conversation has been about bulging cock.
It started with your guy's dreamy eyes, though.
Yeah, you mentioned bulges, though.
I didn't mention dreamy eyes.
He mentioned his dreamy eyes.
Balls. He said dreamy eyes and then went to balls.
No, he went to balls. I said
no,
eyes.
I didn't. I mentioned balls because he said cock bulge, and I said Jonathan's cock bulge. Trust me, I wouldn't have even thought of that if it wasn't for you.
Let's
fucking
play this back.
The dreamy eyes.
Yes. Then we'll have 10 minutes of it.
I guarantee that I did not mention cock bulges. I did, however, continue.
I just want to say you look unusually healthy, and it's bothering me. You look like you're gonna live.
Me?
I'm used to coming here and seeing you like. I think he's gonna die, man. Let's make sure we give him a good handshake before he goes, because he's not gonna be around.
Look right.
Yeah, it is. I know it's weird for people to see me like a little thinner, but
you
I
look
just
lean. You look healthy.
Thank you. Yeah, I just got sick.
working on
There's blood going throughout your.
No, I got sick. I got sick of just the
I got
polite
sick of looking like I had sickle cell.
Right. Are you still doing stand up?
Yeah. That's never encouraging.
Wow.
That's never an encouraging thing.
That.
When people in the business go, "Oh my God, I thought you died a few years ago."
Are you still doing stand
It's
up?
like fucking Snake Plissken. I thought he was dead.
Who's that?
From Escape from New York, Snake Plissken. I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Great name.
It's the theme of the whole fucking
That
movie.
was Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Kurt Russell's
and
part.
Isaac Hayes
and Isaac
played
Hayes.
the Duke.
Very nice.
So you guys are touring together. Are all four of you touring, or is it just you three?
All four.
All four.
I didn't know Keenan did stand up. Has he always
Keenan
done it?
started as stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
It goes back to the improv days when it was on 42nd Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what happened? He stopped to do more writing, or
He started directing and
he got
writing
famous and didn't want to go ahead and sit in a club like
and eat the
whore.
tater skins. He didn't want to eat the he didn't want to eat the tater skins and hot wings in between shows.
Of the menu. It came in so brutally honest. He got tired of being a comic. I was like a whore.
But you never stopped though. You did movies and you never stopped coming to the cellar.
I needed to. I did
until he
stand
got
up
rich,
before.
and then he said, "I'm not gonna go."
No, I've tried to take off, but he keeps pulling me back in because it's my therapy. That's why this is the first time I really tried to do a tour. I never really did a tour because it was just I'd rather go vent, and I'll put together an hour of me venting and then quit.
Who closes? Who closes? And hosts?
We're switching up, which is really cool, which helps all of us grow as comedians because we're all hard to follow for different reasons.
So what are you guys doing? Like 25 minutes each or a half hour each?
25 minutes each.
Okay. Is there going to be a host?
If you go into a half hour each, that's when it gets really difficult.
Right. It depends on how drunk the audience is. It depends on where they're at. Some states you go to, it's like, they drink a lot. Like Milwaukee, they were drunk as hell. I got out there and it was just like gremlins was in the audience.
Take off your shirt. It's a comedy show. Why? Are you getting a mixed crowd or mainly an urban crowd?
No, we're getting a mixed crowd. We have a mixed audience. I mean, it's funny because we did white chicks, and who loves the movie most? White chicks.
Yeah.
So our crowd is really diverse. It's anywhere from the ages of 25 till 55, and a lot of women, some guys, but it's a good mixed crowd.
Have you guys done this before or no?
Not
Never
altogether.
all
No.
together.
No. What, did you think of it and did you avoid it, or was somebody always too busy?
Oh, someone was always too busy.
Always somebody was doing something. And
I wasn't doing stand up.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I was
just acting.
I was like, I'm not going to stand in comedy clubs like a whore.
No, but we all done stand up at separate times in our career.
Yeah.
And it's like one guy would be out doing it, the other guy's working on a movie. One guy be out doing it, the other guy's working on his TV show. We've never all been doing stand up at the same
We've
time.
never all been doing nothing.
Three guys out there.
You've all had plenty of time to go on a tour.
doing it.
Right.
One guy's in a crack house. It's it's just hard to get
schedules.
Is your stand up drastically different? Well, you guys,
our subject matter is different.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's sometimes it's the same. Sometimes him and Keenan hit on some of the same topics, but different. But no, it's all different. We're all different performers, but we have similarity. I think we have the same sense of humor. We express it all differently.
Right.
Same sense of humor, different sensibilities.
How do you do it though? I hate if I'm going on after somebody and there's a topical, whether it's Sterling or Jonah Hill getting in trouble, and then the guy right before you does 5 minutes on it. That's hard if there's four guys writing material.
That's the beauty when you're brothers. You go, don't do the Jay-Z said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the things that we pull them on the side on and go, hey, Junior, you in my lane.
Well, it's gotta be me. I'm sorry.
What I do? Well, you're the youngest.
I can't pull nobody aside.
so by the time
Not really.
So everything's taken
He
by the
got my
time.
old Wayans brothers hairdo.
Yeah, that's Sam.
Wow. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're. Sorry.
Sam is we're tired of Sam.
The worst is I was
It's like my hair meets carrot top. It's weird.
I was working. I Broccoli don't want to top. say the dude's name when I was in Vegas. The dude before me they always put the middle act with, they think energy is fucking comedy. And you know what I mean? He had no, and the dude's standing on his head, doing bits, you know, on his fucking head.
Actually on his head?
I got a picture of the fucking dude on his head.
Why would you do that?
And you know, I don't look.
Angel Salazar.
No.
Have you ever seen anybody kill harder than that fucker in the comedy cell, though?
Crazy?
It was literally
Harry Basil.
I never saw him in the cellar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Was he the one that would walk up with the dun 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 theme music?
I mean, he had a bag full of garbage, and by the end of the show, there was lettuce and eggs, and he would do the Rocky drinking eggs.
He was Gallagher.
He would get stand ovations in comedy clubs, and every comedian hated him because he was a bag of tricks.
I think I know
Gallagher, like that type of.
Yeah. No punchlines.
It's just it's horrible. And then I'm backstage, and this is why I always burn every bridge. The manager comes back and goes, "This dude's brilliant." I'm going, "No, he's fucking energetic. You're the manager. Shouldn't you know fucking what brilliant is? You're talking
Comics
to
are so comics are so angry though.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Come on, you got to, in order to be funny, you got to have anger.
You got to have history in life. You got to have
and some anger.
Yeah, of course.
Couldn't you have just
be
said
angry at your history?
Right.
What's that?
You got to be angry at your history in life.
Couldn't you have just said, like, yeah, he is, and then just moved on?
Yeah, why'd you have to...
Listen, don't correct my conversation.
I'm not correcting your convection with no T. I'm fucking just asking why you didn't save yourself the trouble.
10 minutes of looking good in your life, and they compliment you.
That's right.
Holy crap.
He's not wrong.
10 minutes of looking good in your life.
Crap. Wow. 10 minutes.
But the point is, why would you put yourself through that?
Yeah, why would you?
What?
Why would you have to have this confrontation?
It's not.
You're not going to see that guy anytime
soon.
And do we know the guy that was standing on his head?
No, they would know him.
What's his name?
I'm not going to throw him under the bus. No, because I don't want to fucking. I don't want
you see the picture,
work.
Blurt out his name,
because
please.
what they do. That's what he.
You know what's funny? He'll probably blow up and become the biggest comedian ever.
Pete Patowski. You remember?
You guys sitting upside down.
Do you guys remember Pete Patowski? How physical that guy was. You never seen Pete Patowski?
Never heard. What was he about?
He was a clown.
He was like a clown.
He was actually a clown from who left the circus to do stand-up.
Physical comedian.
Yeah. He used to make Jim Carrey insecure.
Was he good?
Jim Carrey got, I don't want to follow it.
He's doing a foot in the mouth thing. I can't follow that. I know.
He was so bendable. Jesus.
Was he funny though, or was he just? Did he suck?
He was
with
a
his great
great
movements?
guy, a nice guy who would just do pratfalls and all kinds of crazy stuff.
And no punchlines.
He wasn't that funny, but he was fun to watch because every time he went on, he almost killed himself.
Yeah, that's always good. It's like JB Smoove. JB will go on and actually, someone was telling me a story where he threw himself into a wall and left a mark in the mortar.
No way. JB is actually really funny.
He's hilarious.
Does some ridiculously hilarious.
This is him on his
What in the hell?
So you're on the radio, Rich. You're not helping.
You got a picture of him on his head, Rich?
That's anger. When you, I got to document this.
I know he downloaded it.
No, I took a picture off.
Oh, Rich,
we're on the radio.
Oh, Rich. See, you already decide you're not going to say who it is, so this means nothing to anyone.
Was after that.
Who is this? Wow.
Is it a video of him on his head, or just?
I love that. Yeah, it's a photo.
Just a photo of him on his head.
Yeah, you guys out there are missing a lot. It's a guy doing a headstand photo.
Just say his name.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I forgot his
you might
name.
make him bigger.
This is Marlon.
Because that's Marlon. There might be an audience for this guy.
Nah, he's got a family. I don't want to fucking.
Who cares if he's got a family? You're not putting a hit out on him.
Bad mouthing a fucking comic. That's not
Why is he wearing leg warmers?
Just I'm bad mouthing an act, not a comic. You know what the fuck? Maybe where he works, they like that kind of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you bad mouthing to the manager of the club.
I didn't know.
Shut up. Yes, you did.
You bad
The guy's like, isn't he terrific? And instead of going, yeah, you're like, he stinks.
I didn't say he stinks. I said whatever.
You know, by not bad mouthing him, you've been bad mouthing him this whole time.
I didn't bad mouth him. I just said he stood.
Where's the next time
It's
he's
pretty
performing?
obvious that he sucks.
I'm
You've made it pretty clear.
I'm not booking the guy.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember a comic at the Comedy Store called Robert Optivar?
Oh yeah.
Are you making up names now?
I'm not making up names. I'm telling you, this guy. He's my favorite comedian,
and I never seen.
He would just. He was like.
He used to make.
He would just make people go home.
He was anti-funny.
He went on after Paul Mooney.
The cleaner.
Yeah, he was the cleaner.
Made all the white people leave because he was.
He would get rid of everybody else.
Oh, when Mooney
He'd make
chased
people that work there leave. And it was that bad.
And he got invited back?
No, they did. What'd you say?
And he got invited back?
Every night at the same time. Literally, he closed the
With
show.
all the guys that want to go to the Comedy Store. He had a spot.
They wanted him.
Oh, they wanted him to get
people out of there.
What about Brian Holtzman? You remember Brian Holtzman at the store?
Yeah,
yeah.
But Brian's
funny. Very funny. He was,
but he's too angry.
He's very angry.
Yeah, Brian was a crazy fuck, man.
He was angry as all hell, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and I went to see Real People was on the air, and I went to see Skip
Stevenson.
He's
an asshole.
And I was like, he's such a nice guy.
No.
And he went on stage and was the angriest motherfucker.
He makes Bob Saget go, that guy's got a problem, an attitude problem.
He was a nice guy from Real People.
I saw him at the Comedy Store. You're absolutely right. It's not the same guy.
Wait, was it Stevenson or Stevens?
Skip Stevenson.
Skip, yeah, whatever.
Skip Stevenson.
Yeah.
Skip Stevenson.
So it was Stevenson, okay.
We was laughing.
he is angry.
I was kids, going, this guy is so angry.
I know.
It was kind of fun, though, right?
And then Byron Allen went on, and we was going, all right, he's going to be angry, too. And he actually was. He was really...
I love Byron's show. So you just got back from Afghanistan. You had an abortion. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Yes, very organic.
Yeah, real flow going there.
He's Mr. Alley-oop.
Right. He is Mr. Alley-oop.
Yeah.
So your foot used to bother you, right? And he do have you a joke. Your foot used to bother you, and gang members would come over to you and something like that?
Yeah.
Good, go. Go into your piece about the club foot and the gang handicap bully thing.
He laughed like a goat.
Is there anybody who ever actually said something about it being so kind of set up, or did the comedians ever call that out, or no?
No, but I love to go. I love to see Jimmy Walker on there.
My wife did it with Jimmy Walker.
What?
My wife did my wife's a comic. She did the show with Jimmy Walker. He did a 10-minute ad lib that went nowhere, and then during break he goes to my wife, I ad-libbed all that.
And we know, and it was horrible. Here's what's funny.
What I'm saying.
This is what was funny about Jimmy Walker. Jimmy likes to go on there, and he don't want to burn no material. So he's sitting there, and Byron is trying to alley-oop him. Goes, yeah, Jimmy, you because you know about President Bush. No, I don't. What? You know the thing about yes, he's a nice guy. He was in office. Like, yo, dude,
do the material.
What about when people call you Dynamite, Kid Dynamite?
Oh, yeah, man. I don't play with firecrackers.
You know what I'm talking about. Jimmy is like what I used to watch him at the Laugh Factory, and he's really enthusiastic about old topics.
Chernobyl! Oh, we gotta get rid of this place. It's crazy. Reagan, you know what I'm talking about. You, lady, you seen Ronald Reagan. You didn't want them with the TV remote. Get up, sit down. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. That's amazing. Nancy Kerrigan is in the news. No, she's not.
What a great...
What a mess that was.
King got killed.
Martin Luther King is dead. Oh, man, what a mess. That Napoleon was something else, wasn't he?
It's like, dude, why are you so...
That's such a good fucking Jimmy Walker.
That's perfect.
That's a great Jimmy Walker.
Another angry guy, too.
Get up, sit back down. You know what I'm talking about. Hitler's crazy. Yeah. Oh, man. Talk about an attitude problem. You know what I'm talking about. Get up, sit back down.
Shakespeare wasn't there.
Shakespeare, that guy can write. I think he was a lefty. You know what I'm talking about. Get up, sit back down.
Oh, man. And won't he not do Dynamite? He refuses to do it.
He will not do Dynamite.
Me and Sean.
After the show, he sells pictures from Good Times.
Right.
But they won't say Dynamite on him, and he won't sign it.
But he sells the posters after a show, and I'm thinking to myself, if you were walking to a store and saw a poster of Good Times, would you go, you know what? I need that.
Right.
Okay. Right. So that's what an impulse. I took him we went to Walmart together because he loves fucking Walmart. He lives in fucking Walmart.
I love Walmart.
Why do you love Walmart?
So many topics. You got lawn chairs. You got hammers. You got guns.
Why do you take us to Walmart?
Something funny about garden hoses, bullets, organic berries. They got everything. Pampers is crazy.
Why'd you take him there?
Because after when I go into a new town on Thursday night, I'll go to Walmart and get some shit to take back to the
I've been to
hotel.
Walmart with you too. You take everyone there.
I love fucking
That kind of
Walmart.
sound a little shady just now.
Yeah.
You said I love to go get some some stuff out of Walmart, but you wasn't really specific about.
Well, you want to break it down to turkey and peanut butter?
I wanted to see how weird your diet was. I don't know.
Because I don't want to eat that fucking shit at the comedy club every night.
Right, so you go get that shit at Walmart. The good shit. The good shit. Organic turkey and peanut butter. Organic with a K at the end of it.
And I get golf balls and shit.
Why doesn't he like Dynamite? Is there a story behind that?
Here's the thing: none of those guys from that era who got paid to do that thing. Any guy that blew up off that one line, we used to get Gary Coleman. We
were friends. We actually became friends with him just to try to get him to say what you talk about Willis.
We were friends with him for 7 years.
We got him drunk and everything. He just
say it.
Wouldn't say it.
Not say it. What you talk about was we was gonna pay him an extra $20,000 when he did an episode of Wayans Brothers
to say
just to say,
and he wouldn't say it.
No,
he wouldn't say it.
They took his colostomy bag and played keep away with it.
And he still wouldn't say it.
We tried to get Jalil White's a friend of a good
to
friend
say,
of mine.
did I do that?
Say, did I do that? Just
and they won't do it.
I was like, come on, just say it. Did I do that? Wouldn't say it, man.
Wow,
I'm the same way with Homie the Clown.
No, you'll see him.
Oh, he done the selfie.
Yeah, there's some selfies going on now.
The show, the fact that we're on it.
Oh, thank you.
So
you didn't get me no freaking.
Where we at?
Oh
this
yeah,
weekend?
hold on. You have to plug these. The Wayans brothers. All four of these guys will be at the NYCB Theater in Westbury.
They changed the name again.
No, that's why do we have their July 19th plugs?
Oh, that's an old sheet.
We're at JPAC this weekend.
You know what I'm talking about. New Jersey Pack Center, August 1st in Newark. You guys got to come out, Newark, New Jersey, and then we're going to be in Philly on the 2nd, August 2nd, at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia.
You know what I'm talking about.
We don't. We have the wrong dates in front of us.
Yes, you do. Get up, sir. John Tesh. Sit back down. You know what I'm talking about.
What you guys tags?
What's that?
What's your Twitter tags?
I'm at
Jim Norton. Rich Voss
at Rich
and
VOS.
Opie Radio.
Opie Radio, yeah.
Ticketmaster for tickets. You can just look up the Wayans brothers. But I'm sorry, we have the wrong plug.
So it's JPAC tomorrow night and Tower Theater in Philly on Saturday.
Yes.
That's what we did. That's what it looks like, right? Okay,
yes.
Good.
All right. It is
fucking
nice.
place is beautiful. That's like the Kodak Theater.
Which one?
JPAC in Newark.
Yeah,
place
nice.
is beautiful.
Oh,
yeah,
I got one hack question.
Yeah.
Growing up, who was funny in your family before you guys? Your mom, your dad, uncles?
My mom was very funny when my dad was silly
dad's
and
annoying.
And my mom would get pissed off and curse him out, and she was the funniest lady. She was like Richard Pryor with titties. She was
Really?
the funniest lady. The things that she called him, man, we would just sit in the back and cry. Like she called a unicorn with breast. I don't know what the fuck that was, but we laughed till we were sick.
I think, in hindsight, my mother was using us as her audience. Because we would all say, we're not going to laugh. Because we felt bad for my dad. We go, we're not going to laugh. And
she would
just
kill.
Hey, don't laugh. And then my mother would say something, and all of us would just go, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
What made your
Sorry,
dad?
you unicorn.
What made your dad annoying?
He would drink and just get giddy.
He's a happy drunk,
silly,
which is good, but it's really annoying. He's really annoying. He annoys everybody.
Right.
And he would drink to himself. Like he'd go in the bathroom and he would have like his 6-shooters, and he'd come out in the toilet. I remember it would smell like 40 proof turds because he would been in taking a shit, and when he came out, it would smell like a vodka. And a turd had a drink.
He would shit and drink. That's how you know you're an alcoholic. When you drink while you're shitting.
Yeah. Well, I think he had to have something to calm his nerves. You take care of 10 kids
and worry about how to pay
10
bills.
kids and a wife that called you a unicorn with breast. I think you need a drink.
They were Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yes.
No, my dad was Jehovah's
my
Witness. That's the buddy comedy. My dad was Jehovah's Witness.
My mom's religion was not Jehovah's Witness. That was her actual religion.
But was he a Jehovah's Witness when he got married, or did he convert?
Never.
No, he tricked her.
Never. My dad would be the only one.
Oh, wait.
My mom would throw us the best Christmases.
He
and my
wasn't
dad, huh?
No, my dad, Pop became a witness in 1960.
Oh.
Would he go door to door? Did they go?
Yeah,
they
you guys
do.
buy something
He
to
took
do
us
to
too.
this.
You guys went?
Yeah.
Did you take it seriously?
No, we was hoping to get some lifesavers.
Yeah, he would buy us lifesavers. He would trick us like pedophiles. You can't be. Come listen to these stories.
Do you remember what you'd say when you went to the door?
We would
Wasn't
sleep
there like a whole
after we had the candy. Right, help. We fall asleep most of the time, while they were talking.
But you know what? That I think that experience like prepared us for Hollywood and life.
For the doors slamming in Hollywood,
slamming in your face like that. Just keep knocking. Another door's gonna open up.
What's your sister doing that was on it in Living Color?
She's on Reckless.
Yeah,
she's on a show on CBS called Reckless.
On what is Sunday nights at 9?
Yeah, on CBS
Eastern. Yeah,
and also since we're talking about shows, right, guys?
Funniest Wins, TBS.
Now,
Friday
since
nights.
we're talking about sisters, watch my show. It's like, what? What kind of segue was that?
Funniest Wins, which comes on every Friday night at 10 o'clock, 9 Central.
Tell the people what it is.
CBS. It's a comedy competition reality show.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's trying to find the next 360 comedian. Somebody could do sketch, stand-up.
We saw that.
Viral videos. And what's dope is it's taking comedians and putting them up against the Viners and the YouTubers.
Yeah.
And seeing who's
real comics. It's a good show.
That sounds
your
cool.
Concept or you? Yeah, I created it. And,
great idea.
It's a good show.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are always doing something. There's always a Wayans Brothers or a Wayans show. There's always some project. It's like, who's the driving force, or is it kind of all of you guys?
Poverty is on motivation.
Poverty is the motivation.
You never want to be poor again.
Oh, you guys were broke?
Oh my
Broke
God.
as fuck.
There's 10 kids.
Yeah, we lived off of. Was it
We were
$10
so
a
poor
day?
that if somebody offered us like a candy bar to play with our booty hole, we probably be like, okay, and then tell our brother, look, it don't hurt so bad.
Wow, you went so far.
Wow.
I couldn't even laugh at that.
It's okay, it don't hurt that bad.
It was really poor.
Wait, $10 a day?
$10 a day
For the whole...
for the whole family.
No way.
That was in good times.
Yeah.
Where was it? Where'd you guys live?
In the projects, right?
We
on
actually
16th
grew up
and
in
9th.
Chelsea,
Oh, yeah.
before they got rich.
But those are the best years of our life. Really.
Nah, I like these years a whole lot better. I like the Porsche years.
We were so poor. We were so poor. We didn't have roaches. Roaches. There's nothing for them to eat. They left.
Are you kidding or serious? I'm so dumb.
He's kidding
little
about
bit of
roaches.
both.
We had plenty of
We
roaches.
had roaches everywhere.
I remember one time Eddie Murphy came by our house and there was a roach walking across his Golden Child hat.
Hilarious.
Nobody told
He was
him.
ice skating across it.
We had roaches in the TV, like on the
Famous roaches.
Yeah.
What the fuck can you get for $10 a day?
The worst was when you had roaches in your Rice Krispies. Because then it's like you take a bite and you know when you're chewing a roach egg.
Oh, they
You gotta
crawl
spit
into
it all out.
the box?
Well,
Yeah, they would-
here's what we were told. Just take them out. You pour the water, you pour the milk in, and they rise to the top, and then you
They be
just
floating
take
on their
them out
back.
and then
Yeah.
eat it. I mean, take them out, or you eat them because it's a high source of protein.
When you started comedy,
We were Survivor before Survivor got put on there.
Fear Factor. Those are my mom's recipes.
Right.
you started at the Improv too, right? And
Yeah, briefly. I started at a club called what's that on 33rd Street and 3rd Avenue called
Right.
Good Times, 31st and 3rd.
Good Times.
Remember Good Times?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever
Who did you like look up to anybody back? Keenan.
Yeah, because Keenan was doing it back when I was
Already?
doing, and I always loved Richard Pryor. I never really thought I would do stand up. I thought Keenan was like the greatest thing in the world, and so I was like following him around, and I saw him do stand up, and then like I would give him like punchlines, and he'd do them, and I hear him laugh. I hear the audience laugh, and I go, well, maybe I should do this in the back of my mind. But that took me probably 4 years to get up the courage to go ahead and do it.
He had a 4-year jump on you?
Yeah.
And what was the first thing that you guys actually really made money doing this? Like that actually made a difference?
I think In Living Color made the biggest difference in all of our careers. But, I had little jobs.
You was on SNL.
SNLs and Beverly Hills Cop. I did a few movies
Earth
before.
Girls Are Easy.
Didn't Keenan have something to do with Townsend's movie?
Yeah, Keenan co-wrote.
Keenan co-wrote
co-produced,
Hollywood Shuffle.
Hollywood Shuffle.
He made that all on credit cards too, didn't he?
Townsend did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't he introduced a lot of comedians too? Robert Townsend. He was the guy that didn't he bring you up on and host like a young comedian show?
Robert with the Robert Townsend Partner in Crime thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, but Eddie Murphy really opened the door for everybody. Eddie Murphy, probably everybody has been on his payroll once. Anybody young black coming up, and then Robert Townsend took that same giving spirit and did it with the.
He paid you by credit card.
Yeah, paid you back by credit card.
And in 15 more minutes, Kevin Hart will have a new movie coming out.
Hilarious. That'd be a funny counter.
Right, it's just
over 1 million
countdown.
I was on 10th Avenue, and there were back-to-back Kevin Hart billboards.
Yeah.
He's
a hustler. I ain't mad at his.
I ain't mad. Get your money.
Funny,
Here's
though,
the thing: when you're
funny.
black, get your money as quick and as much as you can. Go get it all.
No, I think
that's true. But you could help out your white friends and let you open for them in colleges. That'd be nice.
As a comic, not black. As a comic,
as a comedian,
get your fucking
period.
money.
Yeah.
Maybe in life at black, but as a comic, because you never know. You'll have heat 1 second, next second. You know, you're
and the thing is, it's not like it used to be
to get this little opportunity. You know, you work for 20 years before you get that little bit of light.
Yeah.
Go get as much as you can.
But back in the day, they used to do holding deals with comics.
Oh, yeah.
You know, comics used to go on Johnny Carson, and that meant thing. Somebody was going to help you do something. Now it's just so many places, and it's so devalued what we do. So when people are successful, you have to applaud them. However,
there's fucking dudes, and I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know, that they're getting 10 and 15 million hits on YouTube, and all of a sudden their headline. You know, if Cameron Diaz called the Improv and said, "I want to work this week," they go, "All right, what club?" You know, because it's about numbers. You know that. So there's fucking kids that have no talent, and boom, you're competing with them.
Worse
now.
than that, they got kids that's taking comedians' bits and doing them on their, in 6-second versions
on their Vine or whatever.
That's
horrible.
I'm not
That's
trying to
not
plug,
right.
but that's the fun of.
Funniest wins.
No, I'm not trying to plug.
Yeah.
I'm serious, because what it does is it really
Makes you win.
It makes you really appreciate the guys that do the best. Really are comedians, because the comedians are, and what I've learned over the season is
are trained.
The writers.
They're in the
writers,
trenches,
and they are dealing with audiences every day, so they know how funny to make something, what's appropriate. They know the audience, so they know how to relate it to them. They know how to send that little bit of story, a little bit of message. They know how to do callbacks. It's amazing. You see it when they do sketches and stuff like that. They're a little scared to do that type of stuff. But for the most part, it's the stand-up comedians that spent that 10 years in the clubs. Those guys, as the writers, are the strongest.
A lot of people go to 10, 20 years, but...
He's like, I'm 50 years in.
You're right, comics, because whenever we do, and I'm saying whenever you do, I don't want to, like when networks or whatever get involved, just go, look, listen to the comics. They fucking know. Comics know what funny is.
Yeah, but if you look at the history of sitcoms, with Seinfeld, with Roseanne, with Bill Cosby, with
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Who else? Everybody Loves Raymond. Then there was Damon. There was who else?
Martin.
There was like a Richard
Martin.
Just any comedian that's honed their craft.
Tim
they pretty
Allen.
much Tim Allen. They know what's funny. They stopped doing that. Now they got shows like Big Bang Theory and all these other shows that they're funny in moments, but there's no one
driven
that
knows
by
how
no
to throw
comedic
knockout punches.
Right. Yes,
It's not
Roseanne.
special.
It's not a
because
voice.
It's not somebody going, "Hey, let me take you into my world."
You know
and
why?
show you
Because the writers got insecure and they got tired of working for what they call Roseanne, a tyrant, who she just had a vision of who she was.
She knew what she was doing.
And so they said, you know what? Let's just take an actor who we can put words in their mouths. And those are the shows you see, and that's why they're not that funny.
And actors don't fight for content too, though. Actors aren't going to fight for. Comedians are very protective of what we know is funny. An actor will do like.
You know why? Because we feel the sweat when that audience is sitting there, and you get the ha ha ha, the writers ha ha, but you hear the audience give you crickets. You know that we know that's not funny.
Even as a comedian, though, and that's the beauty of being a comic, is even when the writers are laughing at stuff. When you have everybody laughing, you know that this ain't funny.
It stinks,
And
you know when a joke stinks.
why it's not funny, and you're not going to buy it.
Right.
So that's why.
And they go fight for the laugh track under it.
As being the first white comic on Def Jam, I just want to throw that out.
He was, but by the way, Russell Simmons did not remember you.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. He was there. I'm just telling you, he was in here, and we asked him, "Do you remember Rich Foster?"
You asked him
Russell had a crazy time in the 80s. You don't remember anybody.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
You asked him 10 years later.
Put him on all Def Digital.
They teach him yoga.
It's
Transcendental.
transcendental. Digital.
Yeah, we did ask Russell.
Just Kirk a lot.
Rich.
He didn't care.
I gotta take one phone
Sleep
call.
my mice. What happened? That was the most obscure.
Because he was fucking funny, man.
He just dirty.
Hold on, I gotta take this one call. It's for Damon. Just put the headphones on for 1 second. Put it.
There's a call
close,
for you.
please.
This sounds like one of those setups. Hello.
Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing?
Good. We got the Wayans in today. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask Damon if he remembers maybe 10 years ago doing a show in, like, Englewood, New Jersey with a bunch of really rich white people, and this guy just decided to stand up in the middle of the show and wanted to fight Damon because he told him to shut the fuck up.
Did I fight him?
You held strong, though. You acted like you wanted to. You stood there, and and you go, shit, I was scared. Bodyguard.
Wait, so what happened? This guy stood up and was being an asshole, so Damon said, shut the fuck up or something?
He was talking while Damon was doing his show.
Right.
And Damon just casually goes, yeah, shut the fuck up. And, you know, no one thought twice of it. And this rich white guy in khaki pants, a collared shirt, and starts walking towards the stage. Going, nobody tells me.
I wish your phone was shitty.
So you were doing
remember
a gig?
this, Damon?
No, but
Not really?
if I was ready to fight, it's probably me.
You know what though? Something
that happened in Sean. Something about
that happened to me in Jersey.
Rascals.
Really?
It wasn't Rascals. It was at the Stress Factory.
Stress Factory. Yeah.
I had the entire. Some dude heckled me. I said something about.
Did he heckle you fun, or was it a nasty heckle?
He was an asshole. He you know these guys. They come there. They think they're gonna have 5 drinks and they're gonna outwit somebody that's been doing this for 25 years. So he was that guy, and I let him have it. Then I said something about his mother, and the audience laughed. And then him and his mother rushed the stage. The whole family rushed the stage. I pick up the mic stand because that's the weapon, and then it just becomes this huge, like it was like a brawl.
Wow.
And the cops came, and I was still on stage doing stand up while they were everything was being calmed down. But
how many people got involved in the fight?
I would say half the club.
Half the club.
Half the club. It was like a
almost
brawl,
a riot.
But I was still doing stand up.
That's great.
While they were doing it.
How close did he get to the stage? First of all,
he was like right where you are.
He was right out of distance of
that
the mic stand, hitting him in the face.
Because that's what he was going to get.
And were you poking him with the mic stand?
I didn't, but I doubt that was going to be my move.
Did he stop, or did someone stop him?
His relatives stopped him, and then the other people from the club stopped. And then security jumped on him. So, but it was crazy. Like Jersey. I don't know what it is about that region, but
it happens everywhere.
No, it's not that. It's just alcohol, and just certain people just think they can do what you do better than you.
I know.
The best part is you're still telling jokes.
Yeah.
I'm still, and I'm killing. It was one of my best sets I've ever had.
How great is it to hold a mic stand and know that you might actually be allowed to smash somebody in the mouth with it?
Oh, of course. You know how
great.
heavy that thing is.
Yeah.
So you don't want,
knock some teeth
the
out.
famous video where the dude hit the dude in the head with a guitar?
No.
And smash. You never seen it?
No, I want to see that.
I want to see it. Who was it?
Can
A
you
comedian?
find that on the computer?
Yes. Oh, you got to see it.
Oh, I love that.
And then the audience turned on.
Sam can find it for you on the computer.
I want to bust somebody over the head with the mic.
It's a very famous clip of a guitar.
A guitar act.
Yeah, it's not. It was shot from the audience. You had to.
Well, what happened? Did someone try to rush?
Tell the story,
stage?
Rich.
Well, it's all on the video. He's guys on stage, and this guy's drunk heckling. He tries to rush the stage, and dude smashes him with the guitar. Wait. It's explanatory when you see it because it's funny at the end.
It's a very famous
thing. It's like what do you?
And Dennis Miller had the best line after you see it.
Okay.
It's the best heckler clip ever shot.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Well, you ain't.
Turn the.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you guys don't shut the fuck up, about 200 people are going to beat the living shit out of you. I ain't kidding. Because we got people who can just take you out here so fast, and it'll be like you out in the parking lot going, huh?
Knowing that someone's about to get hit is funny.
It makes it funny. It does make it funny.
It's like, might not be normal, man, but by God, it's okay. If you're in Oklahoma, so get Oklahomanian. I guess if you were gay, you'd be in Oklahoma.
It is funny. You know the punchline?
Yeah.
Like I'm waiting.
What's funny is the audience doesn't know how angry comics are.
Oh, no. What did he
Takes
say?
his guitar off. He's got like a baseball bat.
Look, he puts the pick back into the strings.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, man. The guy fucking came at me.
He's trying to explain it. It's hysterical. And he wants to go back into his routine.
He wants to do another song. Look, the whole back of the guitar's gone.
I fucked up my guitar.
Now he leaves the stage.
And what was the line that got him hit?
I don't know.
think he said,
really bad
I don't
copy of
slap
that.
the dick's out of your mouth, probably to the guy or the guy's wife, and the guy approached, but that was the line. And then one of the guys stood up and said, that was uncalled for.
Right.
Dennis Miller was doing the thing on the show, and he goes, comic, felon.
Hilarious. But, you know, that's in every comedian's mind. You're like, hey, if they come at me, you know, you got to protect yourself.
In my head, I've done that.
I've never had a physical confrontation, though. Where I've had moments that got really ugly, but it's never actually been physical where I've actually confronted.
The dude rushed the stage to me twice. He rushed the stage, and I kicked him in the head, and he fell down. And then he got up. I went, oh, shit. He came at me again. Then I kicked him again in the head. So cut to, you know, after, which fucked. The whole show's over. I can't sell DVDs now. And you cut to him in a police car, and his wife's outside the car yelling, "You did it again." Okay.
Wow.
You did it again.
You did it. Nice guy that was standing on his head last week. First you got hit in the head with the guitar, and now this.
You did it again.
You did it again.
We were working for Stanford and Sons, and
Kansas City?
Yeah, a barroom brawl broke out. Like the owner, Greg, comes, yells at the guy. You know, he's at his get out of jail party, and they're all fucked up in the front row. I got 10 minutes left. The guy's on the phone, and the owner goes, "Shut the fuck up. Who are you?" The owner. Bam. I'm telling you, a barroom brawl broke out like I've never seen. I'm on stage going, fuck, you know, because I keep thinking of sales after the show. And
merch. They sell no merch. Hey, why don't you guys get a shirt on the way out?
The show went back, but the owner had his ribs broken. 2 ribs got broken. And the cops came. It was just a fucking big brawl. And it's a comedy club.
So, you know what you need to do?
Sell your merch
first. Start selling Icy Hot at your show. Just in case a fight breaks out. You can take care of everybody. You know, ace bandages, Icy Hot.
Well, that's a good thing. The difference between white audience and black audiences. Black audiences leave the building.
They shoot.
They get the fuck out.
If they think cops are coming, we
stay in the back and watch.
Oh, yeah.
So they stayed.
Yeah.
You know. So I got to do another 40 minutes, and I said, if you buy my DVD, I'll put Fight Night on it.
Hilarious.
I sold like 30.
That's funny.
How about you? Did you ever have a...
This guy only cares about his merch.
I love that.
Did I ever have... No, never. It never get... I find that people don't really want to fight. And I don't know the in-betweens. For me, I don't know how to... You know, to talk back and forth. I take it to DEPCON 5 immediately.
Yeah, so do I.
Let's just go, because then I want to get back to being funny.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're an asshole. Let me ruin your self-esteem and get back to the show.
Right.
And so that's what a lot of the hecklers don't understand is that we're not. This ain't a game. Like
the other thing is too is for the most part when you do your show, as long as you don't do a lot of audience involvement, you know, you just do your show, you get them laughing. Most of the time they don't really mess with you. It's when you take those long breaks, or if you wait till late, if they get drunk, that's when they're out of control. But for the most part, they want to come laugh. You always get the one guy that, you know, early on that tries to be a dick, but you shoot him down and make an example.
Well, or you call them out for talking. That annoys when you call someone out for talking and then they get defensive and angry because you've called them for being like rude twats. That's enraging.
The worst, and I was going to get this, the worst is the fucking pretty girl where the attention is not on her, who's had that attention her whole life and has to fucking shut the fuck up, okay? You're not that hot. You might think you're hot. Your daddy might have said you're hot.
Are you?
Your daddy thinks you're hot.
Okay, but go shut the fuck. And they got these. So like, look at me. It's not your.
Then but then her boyfriend has to be defensive and jump in and be a hero because he wants to fuck her later, and then it gets ugly with him. The whole thing.
You guys really analyze this whole situation.
I was the guy that comes to the comedy club not to laugh. He sits in the front row and he just sits there like
with his arms folded.
Yeah. And the crowd can't see him. So if you say something to him, they think you're being an asshole to this guy for no reason.
Right. Like, why do you come to a comedy club and not laugh?
You just gotta ignore him.
Yeah.
Don't give him no attention.
As long as he's not talking. Yeah. It's his right to not laugh.
Yeah.
All right.
He disagrees. Yeah. Boss disagrees.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. First of all, don't fucking bring me down. Do some fucking research. You don't know who the fuck I am. go online, look at some clips, and go, oh, that's what I'm going to see. Just like Bonnie says, you're not going to go to a music venue and sit in the front row and go, hope it's jazz. Okay, know who the fuck you're going. If you do some research, okay, you get offended. Well, guess what? That's what I do.
Well, guess what? I'm not the guy that stands on his head.
He's next week. I'll bust you over the head with a guitar. Get the fuck out of my face.
All right, the weigh-ins.
Let's see.
Where we at? NJ Pack Center.
Yeah, let's plug Ticketmaster.com for tickets for all of these shows. And is there a website, that main
August
website?
August 1st, we're going to be at NJ Pack Center. That's Friday.
That's tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday night?
Friday night, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Friday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Friday night. I'm stupid. Friday night, tomorrow night, we're going to be at the NJ Pack Center in Newark. And then Saturday, we're going to be at in Philadelphia at the Tower Theater. On the 15th, I believe we're going to be at the Hard Rock, right? In Orlando. And on the 16th, I think we're going to be at the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Right.
Very
this
cool.
weekend, Governors, Long Island, Friday and Saturday.
Governors is still around?
Yeah.
Been around forever.
Yeah, it's a good cook.
And then
owners.
They do well there, yeah.
August 26th, our movie on iTunes, Women Aren't Funny. Fucking download this. Every
funny, man.
fucking comic is in this fucking movie.
It's really a fun.
Every
Hilarious.
fucking
Why don't you
comic.
get these guys in it?
Because it's women.
Send me a picture of it so I could tweet it out for you.
Oh, okay. August 26th is coming out. Yeah, we got who we got at the
You
time.
even ask these
Mooney's in
guys?
it. Huh?
You didn't ask these guys, did
Well,
you?
why do you make it this fucking uncomfortable? First of all, why didn't I
You were
get-
the one that said every comic's in it.
You did say that.
We got 3 comics in the studio that aren't in it.
Stands on his head is.
Just saying.
He starts off the movie.
It's only white comedians. You only use white comedians. It's fine.
Patrice O'Neal's in it.
Huh?
George Wallace ain't in it.
Huh?
You didn't use George Wallace either.
The world is crazy. People do stupid things.
I saw him the other night in Montreal. He goes, I'm not working in Vegas. Yeah, a lot of people don't work the casino after they sue him for $1 million.
Did he sue him for $1 million?
He sued? Why? Because he tripped. Or something slipped on something.
On his hat.
Who? George Wallace.
tripped on his hat.
He sued the casino for $1 million?
Yeah, it's on fucking law.
Did he win? Did he win it?
Yeah, he won it.
People do stupid things. Like, so why the hell would you sue the casino you work for? Your watermelon head, baby. This shit was a lot funnier when I was at home. Him and DC Kerr got the same voice, but DC's is slower. And he had him talk, the world is crazy. And then DC Kerr sound just like this. If you slow George Wallace down, if you speed him up, then you get George Wallace. The whole world is crazy. People do stupid things.
Slow it down.
Ain't that right, DC? That's right, George Wallace. People do
Hilarious. I'm pretty sure it was online that he sued the casino.
You do impressions of people that have never heard anyone do
He has the most
impressions of.
obscure
That's the
impressions
best
ever.
ever.
I do
That's
so
the best.
obscure in person.
No one does Jimmy Walker after 1977.
Sure.
That's fucking
You
great.
know what I'm talking about. Ain't that right, DC? Yes, I don't know what the hell you talking about, Jimmy. I don't know who the hell you are.
What he
You
talking
look
about.
like a buff rock. Or what?
Ask Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
What he thinks of
You
DC
want
Kerr.
me to do? I gotta get into the laugh before I find out that Jimmy ain't funny. He looks like a buff rat. Okay. So what's up?
Very good, man. Sean, Marlon, and Damon.
And Keenan is working these gigs
Yes,
with you guys.
yes.
Okay. So all 4 of these guys tomorrow night.
It's a great show.
NJ Pack Center.
I ain't saying that because I'm on it.
Thanks,
but,
guys. I appreciate it. Come back and see us.
Definitely.
It's an honor to be working with my
God
heroes,
damn.
Damon and Keenan.
And
That-
it's nice to work with my fans.
It's true. It's true.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Marlon Wayans, at Sean_Wayans, at Damon K. Wayans, and at Keenan I. Wayans.
Hey, let me get a picture of you guys for the Twitter there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I got that. I'll
Mention
tweet
me
that.
so I can retweet it.
I'll mention all you guys. Thanks,
sir.
man. Come
Hey,
back and
man,
see us.
thank you guys.
We got a little more radio to do before we leave, so stay right there.
The guys will be right back. Until then, follow them on Twitter at Opie Radio, and at Jim Norton.